right, so a little bit of confusion here today, but nonetheless, we are live today, and we do have some scheduled about the also, we'd like to give out high school, but nonetheless, we are going to be a little bit of a mishap, but we are nonetheless alive. We'd like to welcome you to
We're looking for the blue.
Okay, there we go. I think you guys can hear us a lot better now. All right, so again, we want to welcome you again to Pug Life Chronicles. We're in Hartford, Connecticut, in Burr High School. This place is pretty packed. We've got a couple hundred people here, would you say, Ernie?
Yeah, we do. I mean, this is a high school gymnasium. Just imagine what a high school gymnasium looks like, and it's filled to capacity. I'm excited, and people are still arriving.
That's right. And again, we're in Burr High School, and from what I hear, it's a sold-out crowd here in Burr. And again, amateur boxing. We're going to be showcasing some young boxers this evening as well. And you're probably wondering what happened to Dave Sieve. Dave is on assignment out in Barbados. We will be broadcasting from there. He's trying to broker that deal. Sitting in today with me is Ernie Morales. He's the New York State Athletic Commissioner for the boxing. And Ernie, just tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, you know, in New York State, I have the absolute pleasure of helping out regulate sport. We do combat sports in New York State, which is UFC, professional wrestling, as well as boxing, which is our main staple. And I'm excited because we've been promoting cards throughout the year in a healthy, professional manner.
That's right, and we're excited, too, to have you joining us this evening. And again, let me reiterate what I said earlier. We want to welcome some of the people here that we know we had some technical difficulties with the sound, but we're back now. We got Nancy Cord joining us. Alex Vargas is a professional that you saw him here on Pug Life Chronicles. He's going to be fighting later on this month, and we want to say hello to Alex and his father, Mike Vargas, and we want to say hello to Joe Murray also that's joining us. He's saying hello to Ernie. Joyce from Live View. Thank you, Joyce, for joining us. She's one of our friends and partners with Pug Life with Live View. That helps us put these shows together and pump them out to you guys. Also, thank you, Joe, for giving us the sound check. See behind me, we have some of the young boxers that are going to be fighting this evening. And again, if we got Ernie Morales, and we're going to have a little bit later, we're going to have a different guest on here, professional guest also. So we're going to go right up to the ring as they announce these young puggers. These are young men. Of course, Mark Fratto with the ring announcement.
That's right. We have two individuals here, young men, exactly as Jorge said, 9 and 11 years old. Angel Ferrer from Rock's Gym. He's facing Alexander Roman, who's 11 years old.
Which way at the end of the bout to point that camera there?
Either or.
Either or?
Yeah.
That one or that? Okay.
All right. Sorry about that. Angie Mendoza, thank you for joining us, Angie. Thank you. Angie's a regular on Pug Life Chronicles, and she's also at Gleason's Gym all the time. Evelyn White, thank you for joining us. You know Evelyn White.
That's right.
Evelyn, one of our fans, and Ma. That's Ma. That's Ma from Florida.
Here we go. About soft. Oh.
And a quick right.
1-2.
Straight right, yeah. And then who's that, Ernie?
I'm going to say that's probably Angel. That's Angel.
Blue corner?
Yes, that's right.
All right, so Angel, it seems like he's got the longer reach. He's keeping out a distance of Alexander Roman.
This is a competitive bout. They're young, but they know what they're doing, and they're throwing, I'll tell you. They have great composure, relaxing.
And Angel Ferrer just hitting Alexander Roman with a body shot.
I'll tell you, these kids are they're showcasing their talent. They're composed. I'm really impressed. I can only say that at this stage, if they continue with the progression of the sport, they're going to be someone in this sport.
Oh,
look at that.
Big
combination
by Alex Roman. And that's the end of round 1.
So, hey, I got to say that was an excellent round. 2 competitive competitors this early in their life. 9 and 11 years old, they showed great composure and skill. I'm excited for the last 2 rounds because I thought that round was definitely won by the red corner. And that would be Angel Ferrer, who just showed a little more. He showed 4 punch combinations.
All right. We apologize also. I think we got the names confused a little bit, mixed up. And basically the reason why, Ernie, is that the color printer is not working. So they couldn't tell us. So Angel Ferrer is the young man with the red gloves. And you got Alexander Roman with the blue gloves. So I gave that round to Alexander Roman the first round with the longer reach. And again, starting quickly, but then answering by Angel. Angel with a nice 2-punch combination.
Oh, look at
nice
that.
Uppercut.
Oh, wow.
And answering with a 2-punch combination back. And again, with the flurry of punches, Angel against Alexander. And Angel still coming on, pushing Alexander back. Alexander not able to connect. Alexander now countering with a left, a long left. But again, Angel being the aggressor.
Counter over right hand. Lazy jab, he's countering. Hits him with a 3-punch combination. Look at that uppercut. Make contact. You know, I don't like that he throws that uppercut from the outside. But I'll tell you what, he's getting away with it because he has Angel stunned. Aggressively boxing. Another round down.
Impressive round for Angel Roman.
And so Angel's, once again, I have him up 2-0.
Okay, I gave the first one. You got Angel 2-0, but I got the first one for, I'm sorry, I got it for Alexander. Alexander was the second. I got Alexander for the first round. Yep, Alexander for the first round, and I got Angel. Yep, got it. So, yeah, they see you. They see you. All right, so we'd like to welcome a couple people here again. Yeah,
Alex is watching.
Alex is in the blue. Alex is in the blue, Alexander, and Angel is in the red.
Okay, that's right. Alex in the blue and Angel in the red.
That's right.
And I'm telling you, Angel is bringing it all. I have Angel up 2-0.
Okay.
You know, he's impressing me. And what's even more impressive is that he's 9 years old.
And these you see, it says they're 58 pounds, I believe. All right, round number 3. This is the third and final round, Ernie.
Yes, great. So Alex is, he's standing there again. He's giving his best. He's competing, which I like. But there goes Angel again, throwing 4-punch combination. He's well composed. He's relaxed, having fun. Look at that. Moving, weaving.
Oh, yeah, nice 2-punch combination. And like a modified uppercut. He comes again with another uppercut. But now Alexander answering, putting Angel against the ropes.
That's right, pushing him back.
And what would you tell this young pugger, Ernie?
No, lead with a jab. He's not leading with a jab, and he's just walking in, and he's running into the punches.
Yeah, and Angel again capitalizing with that uppercut and then coming back with a nice combination of punches.
So Alex is standing there instead, keeping him away with the jab.
And again,
he just
big right.
Jab effective.
Big right by Angel.
Angel, right. So he's standing in front of Angel right now. He's throwing 1 punch at a time. I think he's gun shy, and he needs to fight back. Hey, what a great fight, I tell you. I got that bout for Angel 3-0. It was a competitive bout. I'm impressed by their skill set.
Right. Really impressive first bout here with these young puggers. Angel Ferrer?
Yeah, it looks like Ferrer.
And he's from the Rocks Gym. He's 9 years old, and he fought against Alexander, which is 62 pounds, and Alexander is 11 years old. And it's just basically, I guess, the skill set of these two is it's a little bit different. But it looks, in my opinion, looks like Angel took the first bout of this evening.
Hey, I give both these young men credit. They're up there, they're courageous, and I'll tell you, they fought their hearts out.
Absolutely. Again, welcome to Pug Life. Share the link. Share, would you please share the link so we can show these young puggers.
So Joe Murray is telling us that Alex is in the red corner. We're gonna get it right now in a minute after these announcements are made.
That's right.
Okay, we're awaiting decision. I think the judges have it in. We're going to ring announcement.
Let's get a big round of applause for these two young warriors.
I think that's Mark Fratto.
Judges' scorecards, your winner by decision out of the red corner, the new United States champion, Angel Barrier.
And there it was. I'm up 1-0. Angel won.
That's right. Great job by these two young men.
Hey, so we're going into our second bout here, and we have two young men, both 11 years old.
Cruz and Graham on deck, Alexander and Solis.
All right. Just call.
Let's welcome first, making his way to the red corner,
Just add a couple things here.
So we're waiting for the arrival of Hector Cruz.
Already in the blue corner, Justice Graham.
All right, so Justice Graham in the blue corner coming into the ring. And entering now is Hector Cruz. Hector Cruz with the tiger print, leopard print shorts. Fancy shorts for the young man.
Little colorful guy. Reminds me of Hector Camacho. Let's see if he can fight like Hector. Pretty good. I'm very impressed with the boxing program here in Hartford, Connecticut. I see that, we haven't lost our tradition here, and they're starting keeping young kids off the street, which is always encouraging, teaching them skill sets.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 one-minute rounds in the 68-pound novice division. Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner, 11 years of age, from Boxing in Faith. Please welcome Hector Cruz. His 11-year-old opponent boxes out of the blue corner across the ring from Elephant in the Room, Justice Graham.
Here we go. Both fighters receiving the referee's instructions right before they commence the bout. I'm excited.
Yeah.
If this card is anything like the first bout, we're in for an evening of extraordinary bouts.
That's right. That's right. So that was, you saw, we scheduled 17 bouts this evening. We saw the first one. The first one taken by Angel Ferrer, the age of 9. He wins the first bout, but this one here is Hector Cruz in the red corner with the leopard print shorts. And Justice Graham. They're both age 11.
And Justice comes out shooting the jab right away. He's using his height. 3 straight jabs. 4. Here we go. Look at this. This is great. He's using his jab, keeping Hector away. But Hector gets in there and shoots that left 4 right. Oh, great counter right hand by Hector. This is great stuff. I'm
Justice
telling you.
Graham with the, you know what Dave says, we have the height disparity syndrome. As you see, Justice Graham being the taller of the two with the longer reach. But Hector Cruz doing the right thing, coming in on the inside and scoring early on against Justice, scoring there with a nice straight right, connecting, and again connecting.
So Hector is working the inside when he gets in there. Justice has to use his height.
He's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And I'd like to see the fundamentals of boxing, especially this young age.
So here's the problem with Justice doing. Justice doesn't want to get hit right now, and he's throwing the jab out there with no intention of hitting. He's just trying to use it as a flicker, which is wrong.
And Hector,
that was a close round.
Close round, but I gave it to Hector. I got to give it to Hector Cruz. I think he was the more aggressive of the two, connecting more, even though he's the shorter of the two. But I think he did a great job.
Okay, it was close round there.
All right.
And I would agree that it's probably Hector probably edged it out.
I don't know, how'd you guys see it out there in Facebook land? You let us know what you saw, and you know, hopefully, you know, you guys agree with me, not with him. All right. So, yeah, a lot of fun here tonight in Hartford, Connecticut. And again, if you just tuning in, Dave Seed is not in the building. Dave Seed is in assignment out in Barbados.
That's a great assignment. I'll tell you, Pug Life Chronicles has come a long way.
Yeah.
We're going Barbados. We're traveling all around the world
Yeah.
promoting boxing.
Next week we'll be in LA. We're going to be with the New York City Police Department out in LA. We're going to be boxing, and then we're heading up to the second round. Second round.
Justice leading with the jab again. There he goes.
Hector Cruz, the short of the two.
But Hector working his way in there, working that body.
And you know what? That's what you got to do, Ernie. When you're coming in, you know, if you're shorter of the two opponents, you got to come in on the inside to these tall guys. You're going to get hit. It's going to happen. There you go. It's connected to the body, Hector Cruz.
Three-punch combination. There he goes. But there goes Justice. Justice using that jab.
Spun him around, but then he comes back, and then Hector comes with a nice left hook. He, you know, gets a hook in. And again, with that hook, catches Justice. Justice now trying to.
There goes Hector once again.
Looks like Justice trying to lead with that right. There he is with a big, trying to connect with the uppercut, gets caught on the inside.
That's right. And that's always the danger of throwing the uppercut from the outside like that. You leave yourself wide open. And Hector is a great hooker. And, you know, he caught him with the left hook. Oh, counter right hand. Hector's bringing that hand right over the top. You know, he is aggressive. He's landing punches. I have to agree. I think he edged that one out as well.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, we're out of here in Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford, Connecticut, you're watching us here, Pug Life Chronicles Live. And we're with the Hartford Boxing Club. Tony Bianco had us come down here. We're very happy to be here with Tony and the Hartford Boxing Club. Just a couple announcements.
Mike Williams joins us here this evening. I want to thank him for coming out, as well as Richie Popeye the
Definitely have to agree with Joe Murray. He agrees that Hector won this first two rounds. He's showing aggressive. He's showing composure as well. He's the hungrier of the two. He's getting in there on the inside and beating Justice's jab.
Let's make some noise. This is round number 3.
Here we go. Round 3, last final round. Let's see if Hector can finish it up. Here we go. And Justice leads with that jab. He started all 3 rounds right off with the jab. But somehow he lets Hector come in. 1, 2, 3. And there goes Hector working his way in. Justice got the better of that exchange. Keeping him on the outside, but here comes Hector. Like a steamroller. Just rolling in there, rolling in there.
Absolutely. Hector doing a great job against it. Whoever taught Hector is doing a great job because I mean he knows the you got a taller opponent in front of you, and he knows to get in on the inside. He's going to get punched coming in, but he's doing very well this evening.
Oh, Justice getting warned for hitting behind the head. So here we go. They're still in the center of the ring where they're keeping this fight. 30s. Here we go, the warning.
10-second warning. Again, Hector connecting with that left and then comes in with a overhand right. And that's the end of the third round.
So Hector finished that round big, but I think Justice outworked him in that round. It's going to be a close bout once again. I think Hector edged the bout out based on aggression and the inside work, but we're going to see what the judges think.
Absolutely. All right, so this bout is brought to you Foster's Buddies Network. It's made up of people of all walks of life wanting to make a difference in foster children's lives and underprivileged youth. So there you go, Foster Buddies.
There goes Justice going across the
ring
ring
here this evening.
Excellent. 2 athletes going across the rings, showing sportsmanship and acknowledging each other's corners, which is always great.
Also, this is the Hartford Boxing Center. Big supporter here in the Connecticut area, in the Hartford, Connecticut area. So thank you so much for inviting us here. And also, Property Works from New England. They're a full-service real estate brokerage firm serving the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island. Property Works New England, LLC. We go up to the ring with Mark Parada with the official announcements.
Having gone the 3-1 distance before the judges' scorecards, your winner by decision from the red corner, Echo Cruz.
And Cruz takes off the second bout of the evening. Cruz with a win. Great job.
Red corners
On fire.
That's
They're on
right.
fire this evening.
2-0.
Red on fire. Fire. Okay, we got to take a quick commercial break. With Hartford, Connecticut. We'll be right back. All right, so that's the Hartford Boxing Club. Excellent boxing club here in Hartford, Connecticut.
I was impressed by the fighting so far. I'm definitely impressed by the commercial. They show talent.
All right, so we got the third bout. Just read them off there for us, Ernie.
So coming in for a third bout, we have another pair of 11 to 10-year-olds. We have Jamel Alexander in the red corner. Jamel Alexander from the Hartford Boxing Club facing Joshua Solis from Boxing and Faith Gym.
Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner, representing Hartford Boxing. Please welcome 11-year-old Jamal Alexander. His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, 10 years old, representing Boxing and Faith, Joshua Solis.
So both fighters are receiving their instructions right now, right before the bout. I'll tell you, from height stature, Jamal seems to have the height advantage, but we're going to see what Joshua has to offer. Joshua, I can tell right away, is a southpaw, our first southpaw of the night.
All right, so we got the lefty-righty conundrum. And you got Jamal again in the red corner, being the taller of the opponents. And Joshua Solis, both, 10 years? Well, yeah. It looks like Jamal Alexander is 11 years old in the red corner with the red gloves. And Joshua Solis, the blue, 10 years old. These kids are 90 pounds. We want to welcome Owen Ortiz. Thank you. Big shout out to Owen, Robbie Rob, Joe Murray, such nice commercial. And here we go, first round. And right now, swinging away is Joshua Solis. Joshua just going to town, connecting with a big right and left now. Connected to the body. He's just putting his head down and working.
So right, Joshua went right at him, but he's standing in front of him, and he's being outworked by Jamal right now, which is great. Jamal's hitting the body, going up and down.
No, Joshua Solis is the blue, with the blue gloves. He's the one working right now.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
It's confusing. Jamal Alexander.
He's throwing those punches so quick, I couldn't keep up with him. But it looks like he's tiring out. So, hopefully he didn't punch himself out in this round because he's definitely outworking Jamal. Right? Look at that.
Big punches coming from Joshua. 10 seconds in the round. He's been nonstop punching since he started, connecting again to a big right and a left combination right to the head.
Wow. Joshua, blue corner, he looks punched out, but he definitely outworks Jamal in that first round, right?
That's right. He was nonstop from the first round, from the bell, right. From the onset of the bell. He was fighting. Didn't stop for the whole round, the entire round.
Just on work ethic alone and the fact that he was working up and down, I like it. I just don't know if he has enough wind to continue on. I hope he does. because that's quite impressive in itself.
Right.
Well, great work ethic.
Thank you for joining us again. Robbie Robb says these are future champions at work, and that's right. They are future champions. And again, we're joined this evening by Ernie Morales. Ernie Morales, a New York State boxing commissioner.
That's right.
And, Dave Sieve is on assignment in Barbados. He's lucky, man. I'm here in the cold, and he's out there with the palm trees. He's having a great time. Lucky him.
Right.
All right, so we're seconds out.
So Joshua's up, ready, southpaw stance, and here comes Jamal. Let's see how the second round goes.
And you think maybe that has something to do with it, with being a southpaw, that he's gotten the advantage here?
No, I tell you, maybe it would if he was boxing, but they're right in the phone booth, so it doesn't make a difference which way they stand. And, Jamal has Joshua right up against the ropes, right? But they're still working.
And I got to give it to him, man, the work ethic from Joshua Solis. But Jamal is letting his hands go this round, connects with a big right. A little bit of a head clashes. But Jamal still now trying to work a little bit more busier than the first round.
That's right. I got to give Jamal the edge here so far. He's outworking him. Like I said, I think Joshua punched himself out. Oh, big right hand by Joshua. Two big right hands. But, hey, Jamal's there. He's standing in front of him.
Yeah, Jamal's answering back, though.
Keeping him on the ropes.
Left hook by.
There he goes, working.
And a big right. A big left. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Wow.
What about?
These kids are leaving it all in the ring, Ernie.
Yes, they are. They're showing great heart and courage. Wow, I can't believe this. This is amazing action here in Hartford, Connecticut.
That's right. And, man, what a great boxing program the Hartford Boxing Club has, man. I've seen some of their guys fighting in New York. And let me tell you something. Some of these guys are really, really good, Ernie.
No, they are.
And you're seeing the fundamentals. You're seeing it tonight, in this ring.
Right here at quite short edge. Right, I'll tell you, right now I have it 1-1. How do you see it?
I see it 1-1. I see the same thing. And again, these guys are 90 pounds plus, 90 pounds. Jamal is from the Hartford Boxing Club, and Joshua Solis is from Boxing and Faith. Jamal, 11 years old. We're going to get to the heavier pound.
Joe Murray sees it 1-1 too. So let's see what happens.
So Joe, I like Joe.
Yeah,
right.
Joe's good. Joe's a former rugged amateur boxer himself. He good-looking guy too, right? Model fighter. Here we go. Oh, third round. Oh, man. Joshua and Jamal, the two J's, they're going nonstop. Yep. Oh, my God. This is a great bout. Joshua has his back up against the ropes, but he's fighting off the ropes. Oh, he just caught Jamal again. I'll tell you, this is a great fight so far. So far, Joshua has the edge in my eyes. He's trying to earn it out, and,
yeah.
I'll tell you, Jamal's tired, but he got to start putting it together. We're going to see who has the biggest heart here.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, Joshua is holding. He's smart. He's holding. He's smothering Jamal. And there he goes. He's creating room. One step back. Get right on him. There we go. Oh.
Big right by Solis again.
I'll tell you. Jamal's there. There it goes. There it goes. We're going to see who earns it right here. Oh, there goes Joshua. He's working. Oh.
And accentuates the round with a big left. Finish that round off strong. Wow.
I'm going to tell you, I think that Joshua edged it out. Let's see what the audience out there says. Let us know. What's your opinion? I'll tell you, we see things right here from ringside, but we definitely want to know at home what you're seeing.
Right. Let us know here. Just comment on the live feed. And remember, share the link, man. You're going to watch some future boxers right here in the inception on Pug Life Chronicles, and that's what we do. They're young puggers, and you're going to watch them here on Pug Life Chronicles. Thankfully, we're able to bring this to you from Hartford, Connecticut, and sponsoring this program is the Hartford, Connecticut Boxing Club.
That's right. You have the opportunity to see young and up-and-coming amateurs develop their skill sets before they become possible professionals and world champions. So please tune in, share the link with your fan base, your friends, families, and give us your comments. Right now, we're getting Joe Murray, who believes that Joshua pulled it out, and I have to agree with him. Let's see what our officials see.
All right. So Mark Frattle's going to give us the official.
There it goes. Hey, Joshua Solis pulled it out.
Right, and there you go. That's it. Good sportsmanship by these two. Mark Frattle with the official.
You know, I agree with that decision.
So do I. So the blue corner takes one.
That's right. I think Joshua just edged them out. He outworked them in the last closing moments of that round, which was great. We're getting ready for our fourth bout.
All right, we got plenty of boxing still, Ernie. We still got plenty of boxing left this evening.
14 bouts left. And if they're all exciting like this, I mean, this is an action-packed card. I'm impressed myself. I didn't think I was going to get this level of boxing from these young kids.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? It's only going to get better because we're going to see some heavier weight fighters coming up. We're stepping up, I think. Maybe, no, 97 pounds. Yeah, so we're stepping up a little bit. We're going up a little bit, a little.
Gradually, right.
And then gradually, and then we get to the 100-pounders, 114, and then we're just going to keep going up from there. And we have the main event this evening. It's going to be 168, 166 tonight.
That's right. You have Luis Rivera facing Maxine Barhone, and that's going to be an action-packed fight. I'll tell you,
right.
Luis came up to me, and he actually greeted me. He's tall as a fighter. We'll see what he has to offer in the ring, but I'm looking forward to that bout.
Wow. Wow, so you actually spoke to him because I didn't get to see him. I was running, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I was running around getting all the equipment and everything together. I mean, you got to see what we put into putting this show. I mean, look, I have to try to do all this and not sweat, not break a sweat to bring this show to you guys, okay? So be appreciative.
Hey, CVO, we see you watching on your couch, and I appreciate that. Let everybody else know.
Yeah, share the link, man. Share the link.
This is an action-packed night. You're right, Joe. I tell you, I'm impressed by the skill set of these young athletes. If we get gradually better, it's going to be a blowout night.
That's right. There you go. All right, this evening we're joined here again by Ernie Morales. Dave Sieve is on assignment out in Barbados, where it's nice and warm. I saw him by the beach. You know, he's sending me a message. He's by the beach with palm trees. I'm here in the freezing cold in Hartford, Connecticut, but nonetheless, we will be back next week, by the way. We're going to be broadcasting for the New York City Police Department, and we're going to be doing that out of L.A.
Another warm climate, so
yes.
He'll get his fair share of the warm.
Love it. All right, let's go up to the ring with the official announcement with Mark Frattle.
So we have Kelvin Ruiz facing off on Jandel Garcia. Kelvin Ruiz is in the red corner. Jandel Garcia is in the blue corner.
All right, and yeah, Kelvin is from Hartford Boxing Club, and Yandel is from Boxing and Faith. 97-pounders. Kelvin is this evening in red.
Referee's just checking with the judges, make sure they're ready right before we kick off the bout. Making a couple of ring repairs, and we should be kicking off this fourth bout here. Kelvin Ruiz facing Giovanni Rodriguez. Should be an exciting fight. Looking forward to it. I'm sorry, Jandel Garcia. Kelvin Ruiz facing off Jandel Garcia.
All right,
round one. Both leading off with jabs. I like Jandel's jab. Bobbing and weaving, has some nice moves. Showing composure here. Jandel throwing a 1-2. It's great. Moving around. He's probably moving a little more than he has to. But I get it. He wants to get his rhythm. Okay, Jandel seems to be the more aggressive of the two fighters.
Yeah, but I think Kelvin is setting him up for a trap. He's setting right, just back a little bit. Takes a half step back when Jandel comes in.
Well, Jandel's getting on first and leading with punches. Jandel is in black, and Kelvin's in red. Jandel Garcia in black, Kelvin Ruiz in the red. And Jandel is aggressive. He's all over Kelvin. They're in close. I'll tell you, Jandel Garcia definitely outworked Kelvin in that round.
All right, so if you want to know, folks, these are 1-minute rounds, and they're 3 rounds. So 3 1-minute rounds with these young puggers this evening.
Hey, we want to welcome Will Lee Lahu to the show. Thank you. We appreciate that you're enjoying the show with us and watching these young competitors compete tonight.
That's right. And Will Lee says it's his favorite thing to watch on Facebook. He says, get it, kids. And Joe Murray sees Garcia as being winning that round. Garcia in the blue. We'll see how this turns out. Ernie, you have any stuff that you that you're coming up with? Any boxing that you're gonna be doing for any of the major networks? I know you did HBO. You've been on there.
I'll tell you, we're gonna be doing Showtime, the next big event. Canelo Alvarez is actually coming to New York December 15th, Madison Square Garden. So that'll be filmed from Showtime. We're looking forward to that.
Awesome. All right, round number 2. We have Kelvin Rodriguez in the red and Yandel Garcia in the black. Yandel being the aggressor here now. Round number 2. Coming a little reckless, though.
Right, but he's not giving Kelvin an opportunity to breathe. Kelvin has to create that distance and fight tall. 1-2. He's doing it now with the jab. There he goes. He followed up with a right hand. But he has to create that distance. He has to take a step back, use his height and range. There it goes. Nice right hand. Straight right hand. See, now he has to posture up, start with the jab, get off first. And he has to move laterally. So he's hitting.
Oh, he's big left by Kelvin.
Oh,
that's a slip.
Counted a knockdown. He landed a punch.
He
landed a punch.
Wow.
But remember, in amateur boxing is 1 point. Just 1 point. Not a big deal. Let's see what Kelvin can do. Hopefully
he's getting that 8 count, but I think it was just a slip in my opinion. I don't know how you guys saw it out there, but I saw it as a slip.
I gotta tell you, that's a close round. The knockdown isn't as big as you think. This is amateur boxing, and that was a close round up to that point.
Right. Absolutely.
Based on pure volume, right before that knockdown, I gotta say that John Dow was ahead on the card. Once again, amateur boxing is just 1 point. We're gonna see how the judges saw it, because leading up to that knockdown, John Dow was ahead.
Fair enough. All right, so this is the 4th bout of the evening. We have 17 scheduled bouts, and we got 13 more after this. So this is the 3rd and final round coming up.
We want to welcome Sean Owens to the show. Hey, Sean, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your participation.
That's right.
Third and final round.
Share the link so these young puggers can be seen. This is a capacity house this evening here in Hartford, Connecticut, in Burr High School.
Here we go.
Kelvin Rodriguez, Kelvin Rodriguez in the center of the ring.
Oh, 1-2 by Kelvin. So he comes, he catches John Dell with a left hook. But John Dell's coming in recklessly once again.
And Dell seems to be a little off balance.
Right. Because he's been getting caught by great shots by Kelvin.
Kelvin's
using his range. There goes Kelvin right now, prodding himself. He needs to step back, use his height, use the effective 1-2. There he goes. He has nice distance now. But now he has to get off first. There he goes. He's working smart.
And the mouthpiece falls out.
So there was Kelvin's mouthpiece. Kelvin's lost his mouthpiece. They're sending John Dell to a neutral corner while Kevin gets his mouthpiece rinsed out by his corner man. I tell you, he's showing great composure. He's standing up. He just has to keep it together.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, I see him being the more aggressor of the two in this bout.
So right
Kelvin.
now, Kelvin's keeping his height. There he goes, off for a jab. There he goes, 1-2, nice 1-2. He's keeping John Dell at base. 10 seconds left. Let's see who wants it more.
Oh, Kelvin with a nice uppercut.
Yes. I tell you, Kelvin's ended. I tell you, Kelvin definitely won the 3rd round. Great sportsmanship. They're hugging it out, acknowledging each other's corners.
Kelvin did a great job there ending the round. What a fantastic job by Kelvin.
I'm going to tell you, I think that Kelvin may have pulled this close bout out.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, Ernie. I think he definitely did.
Hey, we want to welcome Bill to the show and George Klein. I'll tell you.
Look at Sean Owens, all the way from Ireland. Sean's been on here before. He's watching us right from Ireland. Sean, we want to welcome you. We want to say hello. Thank you again for joining us on Pug Life Chronicles. You may see somebody different today, okay? My partner's out on assignment in Barbados, the country of Barbados. And we have today the one of the New York Boxing commissioners, Ernie Morales, joining us this evening.
No, it's an absolute pleasure to be part of the show. Sitting here with my co-anchor today, Jorge. Listen, he's experienced. He's bringing this a live amateur bout, and it's entertainment here. I'll tell you, nothing but heat.
Yeah, we want to welcome Will Henley. You already shouted him out, right?
Yes, that's right.
Shout him out, Ernie. Shout him out.
Hey, Will Haney, thank you for watching. Thank you to the show. You know, you're getting a free show here, live stream, and you're watching future champions. Make no mistake about it. I'm very impressed by this Hartford Boxing Club.
Absolutely. And we also have George Klein. All right, George Klein. Let's go up to the ring with Mark Fratto. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
They gave that to John Dell.
I didn't see that, Ernie. I did not see that whatsoever. Wow, I'm really, really shocked. But, hey, listen.
So what that means is that he won the second round, even though there was a knockdown. As I stated, in amateur boxing, knockdowns are only 1 point. And up to that round, up to that knockdown, John Dell was the aggressor. He was definitely winning the rounds.
Right. All right. So, again, amateur boxing out of Hartford, Connecticut. Thank you for joining us. What is this, the fifth bout of the evening?
We have two 10-year-olds coming into the ring now for our fifth bout. We have Aiden Camacho versus Giovanni Rodriguez. It should be an entertaining fight. We have Aiden Camacho in the red corner versus Giovanni Rodriguez from Central City Boxing in the blue corner. Aiden's from the Elephant in the Room Boxing Club.
Wow. All right. So we got a lot more boxing here, like I said, this evening. So we're really excited for you to help join us.
I'm excited. You know, up to now, 4 bouts under our belt, and they all been impressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is scheduled for 3 one-minute rounds in the 76-pound novice division. Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner, 10-year-old from Elephant in the Room, Aiden Camacho. His opponent boxes out of the blue corner, also 10 years of age, from Central City Boxing, Giovanni Rodriguez. Referee in charge is Jason Concepcion.
Michael Delaney is watching. Thank you for joining us this evening. He's joining us here on Pug Life Chronicles.
We're about to get started with our fifth bout. And we have two 10-year-olds here. We're having some technical issues. They're changing the gloves right now. And I'll tell you, in the blue corner, they're changing Giovanni's gloves. I wonder what he put in the gloves.
I don't know. He might have cast them. He might have cast his gloves. 10-year-old. No. Just kidding.
You know, I think they switched to regulation gloves. We're using the same gloves throughout the bouts this evening. And they brought them in with a different pair of gloves. That's all. We seem to be using Sting gloves.
That's Aiden Camacho with the red gloves. And you have Giovanni Rodriguez from Central City Boxing. And Aiden Camacho, look at the name of this gym, Elephant in the Room.
That's right.
Round number one.
Aiden is in the camouflage tank top, blue shorts. And Giovanni is in the black. Aiden's using his height. Aiden's definitely using his height and chasing him around.
Nice right bite.
Oh, man.
Aiden?
Giovanni, you know, he's staying in there, but he's throwing his wide punches. Right now, he's crying himself. But Aiden keeps working the sides. Okay, that's a push. Aiden was just pushed on the ground, ruled no knockdown by the referee.
Right, that's right.
Oh, Giovanni comes back with 3-punch combinations, all land square, straight up the middle.
Giovanni with the blue.
Giovanni just switched to a southpaw stance. And there he goes, throwing his combination. But Aiden hitting him back to the body. on the inside. 10-second warning. I'll tell you, Giovanni worked out the inside. It's a close round. We're going to see who earns out. Wow.
Wow, that's a tough round to score there.
Tight. That was a very tight round. I'm going to go with Aiden. I'm going to go with Aiden on there.
Absolutely. All right. So you got Aiden Camacho in the red corner. That's who you're going with.
Joe, we see the message, and we definitely appreciate the support, and we look forward to...
yeah, we'll get to you. We'll definitely reach out to us. We'll send you a message as well. You could DM us on Pug Life Chronicles. Send us a direct message. We'll definitely contact you, and you can be one of the sponsors. And what you're doing is actually good because you're actually sponsoring to have these children being showcased on Pug Life Chronicles.
Absolutely. And, I think that this day and age, we definitely have to promote the amateur boxing program. It saves so many lives, teaches these kids discipline, and most importantly, keeps them off the streets.
That's right. All right. So we're getting ready set for round number 2. Thank you, Joe Murray. Says this is a great program. Yes, it is.
Here we go, round 2.
All right. And charging.
Giovanni runs right across that ring at Aiden, but Aiden hits him with a good left hook. Oh, Aiden throwing nice jabs, keeping him off. What I'm impressed by Aiden is he uses his height.
And he's composed, even though the store,
look, nice right hand.
Stays composed.
That's right. Stays composed, stays in the center of the ring, using his height. Goes to the body whenever Giovanni gets over him. So he stays tall. I like it. He works up and down.
Aiden got caught just momentarily. He gets caught again with a big right.
Nice one, too, by Aiden. Aiden's using his height. It's great. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. You know what he should be doing? Instead of trying to outwork Giovanni on the inside, just tie him up, right? Stand tall, use his range. There it goes. Nice right. 1, 2, 3. He's winning this round cleanly.
Sure,
no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
But you see, he's trying to fight on the inside instead of just holding him up. That'll come with experience and time, I'll tell you. Just grab Giovanni's elbows and stop him from moving.
All right, many of you don't know that Ernie actually used to box.
That's right.
Ernie Morales used to be a boxer.
I was pretty good back in my day, believe it or not. But these days, I box apples and oranges. It's good, but we're not talking about my boxing career. We're talking about these young men here tonight. They're showcasing their talent, and I've been impressed so far. So please spread the word, share the link, and let's promote this amateur boxing program because it's been impressive.
Little comic relief, being that Dave is not here. Ernie Morales sharing some of the comic relief this evening. Thank you so much. And he's standing in. And Ernie's sometimes comes on the show to stand in once in a while. Sometimes he's as a guest commentator. We welcome him. And you'll be seeing more of Ernie in the future.
So here's our third and final round. Oh, there goes Giovanni. Runs right across that ring at Aiden again.
Giovanni's so very aggressive, which I like.
But I tell you, Aiden's shown his composure, uses his height, keeps him at arm's length.
I like the aggression, but you got to do it smartly. You don't want to get caught coming in because Aiden's the taller of the opponents. You don't want to get caught, coming in, running in like that, charging.
And Aiden is well composed. He uses that height, uses the jabs, and he moves laterally. I love it.
Nice footwork, absolutely. I was just about to say that. Footwork from Aiden.
There it goes. Aiden's just outworking him. He seems to be confusing. And he's moving to the left side. Giovanni's a southpaw, and Aiden keeps his foot on the outside and moves right over to his left side where he's supposed to. Right to his right side, his left side. He's doing all the right moves, I'll tell you. And he's outworking them. He keeps punching.
And that's it.
One impressive bout. I think that Aiden eked it out. Great match. Once again, I can't stop repeating how impressed I am with the skill set.
Right, absolutely. I mean, and these are young kids. What are these? What's the weight here? 79 pounds.
But they're 10 years old.
10 years old.
At 10, to show this talent, composure, I'm impressed.
We got a lot more boxing for you coming this evening. That was the 5th bout of the evening. We got 17 scheduled. We have 12 more bouts this evening, and these are 3 one-minute rounds.
That's right. So we're waiting on a decision on this 5th bout, and we'll see who pulled it out. Like I said, I'm going to have to go with Aiden based on composure, using his height and reach to his advantage.
All right, and
But still impressed. 2 10-year-olds showcase their talent here. Great composure.
Mark Prado just getting the scorecards from the judges.
So here we go. We're awaiting the decision.
All right, well, we're waiting for the decision. Again, we are in Hartford Boxing Center.
Here in Hartford, Connecticut, right out of the Alfred E. Burr High School.
That's right.
Elementary school, I'm sorry, elementary school. Alfred E. Burr Elementary School.
And also, this program is brought to you by Property Works from New England. Property Works is a full-service real estate brokerage in serving the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island.
3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your winner by decision and the new Connecticut State Champion from the red corner, Aiden Galliano.
So Aiden outworked Giovanni.
And you called it. You called it, Ernie. You called it. You definitely called it. Again, I just want to remind some people that also Foster Buddies Network, this program is brought to you by Foster Buddies Network. It's made up of people from all walks of life wanting to make a difference in the foster children's lives and underprivileged youth. That's Foster Buddies Network. All right, so we got the 6th bout coming up this evening.
That's right. And on this card, we're moving up in weight, 114 pounds, right? And we have two, a 15-year-old and 14-year-old. So we're progressively moving up in age and weight. Let's see if we'll move up in talent. As these fighters become older, they start hitting harder.
I'll tell you one thing, they're not short of talent here this evening in Hartford, Connecticut, from Burr Gym.
So in our red corner, all in red with blue trimming on his waist, we have John Morero. John Morero out of the red corner, all in red. And his opponent this evening, John Morero, by the way, is from the Hartford Boxing Club. His opponent this evening is Nate Saez. Nate Saez from the Bronx Boxing Gym, also in red boxing shorts, wear black top, black boots.
All right, and if you're from the Connecticut area, in the Hartford area of Connecticut, you want to check out the Hartford Boxing Club. And they have a lot of great boxers here. You know, I'm happy to be able to showcase some of these boxers this evening. And we're happy about that, showing some of the boxers.
I'll tell you, we have a capacity crowd sold out here this evening, and it's great. We're going to see what this next bout has to offer.
That's right.
These fighters to get set for this one. Another pro in the crowd, undefeated, scored an upset in his debut. Please welcome Jose Masonet.
All right, that's Jose Masonet.
This contest is scheduled for 3 1.5 minute rounds.
Did I get that right?
Oh, you got it. We got John Morero against Nate Saez. John Morero against Nate Saez.
Okay, yeah, I got that wrong.
15 years of age from Hartford Boxing. Please welcome John Morero. His opponent is 15 years old, boxing out of the blue corner and representing Rocks, Nate Saez.
All right, and this evening, joining us this evening with us as a guest commentator for just this bout, we want to welcome Victor Medina. Victor, you're from the Hartford Boxing Club. Seen you many times here. Welcome to Pug Life Chronicles.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, hold
And
on.
welcome
a second.
along, Victor.
I don't know. Can we hear you? Can we hear you?
You hear it? Give me a mic check. Let's see what we got there.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, good. All right, so just call this bout.
Call this bout as you see it. You're familiar with them? Oh, big right hand.
Yeah, big right hand. He's from my gym. He's a very dedicated guy. You're going to see it.
That's John. Have you had the opportunity to spar with John?
Yes, I work with him sometimes.
That's good.
Yes, very good job, too.
I see he fights tall. He uses 1-2 effectively. Nice
Good.
combination.
Yes.
All right. You got to bring the mic closer. They're saying you're too low. They can't hear you. All right.
Oh, 3 vicious left hooks by John. John's working that body. He's working Nate's body effectively. You know, showing controlled aggression. I like his body controls. Oh, big body.
Very good work.
Woo. He's hitting the body.
Let's go. He dropped him.
And Nate's going down. He's taking a knee right in John's corner. John was sent to the neutral corner. I just think he caught him with a body shot. Let's see if he's composed. Okay, he wants to continue. And here we go. Let's see what John does. Showing composure. He didn't come right out, which is nice. Moving his head. Overhand right hand. Hits Nate.
And Morello working the body again.
Yes.
I mean, just going to work, man. Working that body. He found the spot there.
I hear those shots.
And it's going to...
Nate takes another knee.
Very good work. Very good work.
And Nate takes a knee once again. Second time he takes the knee in the bout. Takes another 8 count.
Tell me, Vic, does he work the body that hard in the gym?
Yeah, he worked the body like that, yes. I feel his punches when I spar him. And he's like just 15 years old.
Wow, that's quite impressive. You know, great discipline.
Yes.
So
That's
let's
right.
see.
And sitting with us right now is Victor Medina. Victor Medina fights out of the Hartford Boxing Club as well. He's 123 pounds. I seen him, and he has like a Mike Tyson-esque boxing skill. I mean, you know, he does the peekaboo style when he boxes, right, Victor?
Yes, that's my style, you know.
Oh,
My
saved by
trainer.
the bell. Nate was saved by that bell, I'll tell you. The
All right.
referee was concerned, had him see a doctor, and he was breathing.
All right.
So my trainer, you know, like he used to train with in the gym of Coach D'Amato, and you know, like he teach me that style.
Okay, so you learned the style. He learned the custom model style. That's a very famous, popular style with Mike Tyson. It was the peekaboo style, keeping the hands in close. I've seen you fight. I've seen him win. The guy's just like a mini Mike Tyson, but at 123 pounds. And we welcome you here for this one bout. Thank you for joining in with us and sitting down with us this evening.
My pleasure, man.
All right, thank you. Thank you. All right, so you saw some boxing. You saw in the first round, you saw Nate take a knee twice in this bout. In the first round, in the opening round of this sixth bout of the evening, with John Moreno.
John Moreno. So keep telling us about John Moreno, Vic. You know, you've been in the ring with him. We want to see what he has to offer.
Yeah, he got a great left hook, and I think this fight is gonna be over soon. Yes.
I tell you, Nate is coming back. He's trying. He's not giving up.
Yeah.
He's protecting his body much closer. He has his hands tucked in. Oh, nice side step.
Yes. Nice movement. I like it.
There he goes. He's jabbing.
Nice movement by Nate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to get hit. You got to move.
That's right. And he's doing it well. He's keeping his hands tucked in, guarding that body this round.
And he's tucking his arms in again.
Yeah, great work.
Well, I'll tell you, John is not giving up. He's digging to that body.
And the referee gives him a standing 8 count. Nate in the corner.
I'll tell you, here we go.
He's
If
gonna stop the
he
fight,
gets
I think.
one other 8 count, the fight's going to be stopped. So he has to be careful here. He has to fight. One more 8 count here causes stoppage.
And John relentless. Again, going to the body.
Oh, with the papi.
Swinging that big right, missing.
Hey, listen, I felt the wind here.
Yeah, Nate moving out of the way of that one, but gets caught again in the body and has him pinned against the rope. And I think the referee's going to put a stop to this. It's a no contest. And with the backflip,
John Moreno.
John Moreno just
That was
outclassing.
fun.
He's just outclassing Nate in this fight. And, you know, I think it's just a little bit of just experience. I think that's what it boils down to it. I don't think it has anything. I mean, you saw the heart of Nate. I'm sorry, of, Nate. Nate's eyes, but he just got outboxed this evening, and the referee puts a stop in the second round.
Hey, we want to welcome Sergey and Pat Russo, asking what we do in Connecticut. This is a United States worldwide show. We bring it around to the world.
That's right.
Showcase this talent here.
And joining us also here is Victor Medina. Victor Medina from the Hartford Boxing Club. You saw him here on Pug Life Chronicles before. He's joining us here this evening. And thank you for joining us, man. Thank you, the fans out there in Pug Life Chronicles, for joining us. Let's take it up to the... are we ready? No, we're not ready yet? Okay.
I want to say...
Any shout-outs? Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to, my people in Puerto Rico that they were waiting for me to fight, but it don't happen. And mi gente from Ponce.
La gente de Ponce.
Yeah.
Okay, so from Ponce, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And Victor Medina, I'm sorry he had to bye today because his opponent came a little heavy. But let's go up to the ring for the official announcement with Mark Fratto.
Your official time, 1 minute, 15 seconds in round number 2. Your winner by RSC out of the red corner.
Very good work. Very good fight too.
Great sportsmanship here in the center of the ring as John places the medal around Nate's neck. I'll tell you, I'm impressed by the boxing program here. I can't repeat myself enough.
All right. So tell us a little bit more about you, Victor.
You know, like I think this was supposed to be my last fight, amateur, and I'm trying to go pro for January. Let's see if it happens, you know.
Okay.
I'm training hard for that, you know. Let's
Okay.
see.
And you're gonna stay at the 123, or you're gonna move up in weight, or?
I think I'm gonna go down.
You're gonna
I'm gonna try to go down to 118.
Okay.
And eventually, you know, like if I can get a nutritionist or something, I'm gonna try to go to the 114 division.
Okay, and then one other thing that I want to ask you is, how can people follow you if they want to follow you? How do they find you on social media?
They can follow me. They can follow me on Instagram. That's the only
Social media you have?
social media I have. By Chitongin, Aroba Chitongin. That's it.
What is it?
Aroba Chitongin 22.
So at Shitongi, how do you spell that, man? You got to tell me, man. Here, write it down because I'm not sure. He's on Instagram. You want to follow Victor Medina? That's how you follow him. Hey, listen, you gotta get something a little easier than that,
Yeah,
buddy.
I know.
You know, because you want people to follow you.
Hey, Sergey, we want to welcome you to the show. We hope you're enjoying it.
And we got people from, oh my God, that's an I?
Yes.
Okay, so it's, I'll just show it to you. Is that it? Let me see. All right, okay, so it's CHITORTONGUINZZ. So that's how you follow Victor Medina. Thank you, Victor Medina, for joining us this evening. Enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll see you next time, hopefully on Pug Life Chronicles. All right? Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, so that's a future professional, and I'll just give you his Instagram in just a few minutes. We'll put that up on the screen, but in the meantime, we got more boxing, and in the ring right now, Ernie?
In the ring right now for our 7th bout, we have Jason Zamorano in the red corner, who's going to from the Hartford Boxing Gym, and he's facing Anthony Martinez from the Elephant in the Room.
Elephant in the Room is the name of the boxing club.
So Jason is in black and red, and he's facing off against Anthony Martinez, who's all in blue. We're going to see what we have here. These are older kids, once again, both 17 years old, and we're moving up in weight again, 115 pounds. Let's see what we have here. His referee's waiting, giving last-minute instructions. Once the judges are ready, we'll kick off our bout. Hey, Joe Murray just said good luck, Victor, and we wish him the best of luck. You know, making his professional debut is going to be hard. Hopefully he has a successful professional career and he stays in the gym. In order to be a professional and successful one, you have to remain consistent and manage appropriately. But it starts with you, the fighter, taking care of yourself.
We got some of the people from Russia watching. Yes, we do have fans in Russia. We want to welcome Andy Dominguez. Did you shout him out? Did you shout out Andy and these guys?
No, I haven't seen
Sergey
Andy. No, let's
Tamazan also.
Hernan Campos. Shout out from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
That's right, Hernan. We want to welcome you here to Pug Life Chronicles. Thank you for joining us. Again, share the link so that people can see these young amateur boxers. You're going to be seeing them. Some of them, you've seen some of them become pro and get signed by Eddie Hearns.
Here we go, round 1.
Zambrano in the red, going quickly to the body. Stepping to the back is Anthony Martinez in the blue.
And I'll tell you, Jason has a nice right hand.
And Zamorano.
Zamorano, that's right.
Zamorano, Jason Zamorano in the red. Being more the aggressor, coming in, trying to connect to the body, gets caught with an uppercut by Anthony Martinez. Good body work by Jason. Zambrano.
Jason's showing nice composure, keeping his nice guard up. Look, bobbing and weaving, coming up with punches. This is quite impressive, I'll tell you. Keeping his composure, keeping his distance.
You know what I'm seeing here tonight, though, Ernie, is that the fundamentals of these kids, man. I mean, they're just wicked, man. I mean, I see a lot of good boxing this evening.
Jason just threw a nice overhand right, which landed on Anthony. You're right, these kids are well composed. They have a great foundation. I'm quite impressed. This Hartford boxing program is impressive.
And these are two 17-year-olds, by the way, at 114 pounds each.
Look at that. Throws a three-punch combination to the body. I'll tell you, I'm impressed by Jason and Anthony. They're showing a great skill set here tonight.
Absolutely. Good footwork.
Great composure.
Great composure. Ring generalship as well.
That's right. You know, I have Jason edging out Anthony this round.
So do I, and I see, but I see with Anthony, covers up pretty good. Moving well.
10 seconds left. Nice overhand right.
By Jason.
Right, and then he goes right to the body. So end of round one, and I'll tell you, I got to go with Jason just edging it out. Just outworking them a little more cleanly.
We want to welcome Steven Galliano.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Steven fought actually on Pug Life Chronicles as well. And I think he's trying to go professional. Correct me if I'm wrong, Steven. If I think you're trying to go professional. If that's the same Steven Galliano.
Well, I'll tell you, we always appreciate a proper foundation in the amateur ranks right before going pro. But if you intend on going pro, I wish you the best of luck and just remain consistent and in the gym on weight all the time.
And sitting with me here today, it's a little. I know you're used to seeing Dave Sieve here, but Dave is on assignment at Barbados. We're gonna be doing that sometime early next year or in the mid year of 2019. You're gonna see some boxing from Barbados. We're international. We're going international. Pug Life is going international, Ernie. And next week, we're going to be doing something for the New York City Police Department out in L.A. That's right. Los Angeles. We're going to be out there with the team, the boxing team. I also want to welcome Wayne Farr. He's also watching, good friend of mine. All right, round number 2.
Oh, look at that. Anthony comes out with a nice combination. Now, you know, Jason's opening up, and he's not working the center the way he did with the first round.
All right, just to tell our fans, Jason Zambrano is in the red. And Anthony Martinez, Jason, I think, took the first round, right?
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
In our opinion. We're not professionals.
You know, but I got to tell you, Anthony's put himself together, and so far he's working. He's outworking Jason this round. So we'll see if he can keep it up.
Absolutely.
So, you know, Jason just threw a right uppercut connecting with Anthony, but Anthony's remained consistent this round. And I'll tell you, he's outworking Jason so far. Staying right in front of him. Nice guard. There he goes. 1-2 combination. So, you know, Jason's throwing from the outside. Nice combinations on the inside by Anthony. Anthony's working right up the middle. Staying loose. Nice and calm. It's great. You know, they're both taking their time, which is great. And there goes Anthony. He's working. He has Jason up against the ropes. Anthony's remained consistent throughout this round, keeping his composure, throwing his punches, and getting off first, which is great. Much different round. Hey, we want to welcome a special guest here. You know, an impressive title contender, Delvin Rodriguez, ESPN commentator. Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good to be here with you guys. It's always brings back memories. So it's always a good thing, you know. It's always a good thing.
That's right. That's a good thing.
I tell you. This is where you start. That's where it begins.
That's right. Delvin was on ESPN. He was a commentator. Also a professional boxer.
But a successful professional boxer.
Yeah, that's right. He's fought the likes of. Tell him, Delvin. Tell him.
Well, you know, I had a big journey, long journey. You know, like I said, this is where it began. I remember these days when I started as an amateur. You know, this is where everything started. This is where you get your technique, your experience, and of course, I had some good fights. You know, I fought for the title 3 times, the world title. I got some international title, a couple IBA title, 2 of them. So, you know, I had a good. It was a tough journey, but it was good experience. You know what I mean? So, I can't complain.
I'll tell you, I'm a fan of fighting. I watched Delvin come up through the professional ranks, and he was always impressive. Great commentator as well. I think a better fighter than a commentator. But,
easy to be in the commentating now. It's better to be in this side.
It doesn't hurt to commentate, right?
Not at all.
That's right. All right, you saw him fighting some of the pros.
I have this bout 1-1. And
1-1, yeah. I got it 1-1 as well. Delvin, how do you see it so far?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you guys. I think 1-1 is a very competitive fight here. It's very close between them two. So I think, you know, this is a very important round for both of them.
Absolutely. You know, Anthony was composed, but Jason has to work it. And Jason's in red. Anthony's in blue.
Yes, I just see that, you know, Jason.
Nice 2-punch combination by Jason there.
Just seeing a little stronger, you know.
That's right.
More determined. I see more determination on Jason.
So we have Anthony, who's the aggressive, coming in. He's cautiously coming in. But he has to throw punches, right? He has to get off first.
Well, yeah, I think he's coming straight up and not throwing enough punches. You know, if you get close to a guy, I can see that Jason is very strong. So you can't just come in with your head first.
That's right.
You've got to come in with the punch in front of you.
So he's landing at 1-2. He's using his jab effectively now.
So you see that right there. You know, Jason he takes advantage of the mistake. If he comes forward without throwing punches, he's going to get hit.
Right. But we see effective inside work by Anthony.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's started to work the jab now, and that's very important. For him to break, to get in, to get close, get distance, he needs to come in with the jab.
Absolutely. That jab is so important, and I think it needs to be taught in the amateur ranks before going pros.
I think that's the main weapon for any fighter to begin, because you got to come in with the jab.
That's right.
And then you see again, he's getting caught because he's coming in again too close without throwing any punches.
Right.
You got to extend that jab before he gets in there.
And he's also throwing roundhouse punches.
Yeah.
He's not going up the center. You know, Anthony is landing cleaner punches here. I'll tell you, this is a competitive bout.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a very tough match to rule who's the winner, you know.
Anthony pushes Jason out the ring. He's smart, using his weight.
Can't touch him. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Can't touch him. Can't touch him.
And that's just Jason being a little out of balance. You know, when you hit yourself, when you put your behind towards the ropes, you got to put one foot behind the other. You can't just be, both feet together, because that's gonna happen. He's gonna fall out.
So Anthony ran across the ring to get him, but the bell rang. So what you got? What you think? What's your opinion?
I think Jason want to take this fight. You know, Jason got the hardest punches. He got the hardest punches, the cleanest punches, and I think, like I say, it's a close fight, but I think I saw Jason connecting the hardest punches and the most notable punches.
Okay, I happen to disagree with that one. I'm gonna go with Anthony.
All right,
we're gonna see how judges saw it.
And joining us here again is Delvin Rodriguez. We got to kind of squeeze in here a little bit. Delvin Rodriguez. You saw him fight professionally. He's also an former ESPN commentator.
Yes, I've been with ESPN now for about 8 years now.
You're still with them, or
yeah, still with them.
Still with them.
We just got a new contract for 2025, so we're good for a long time now. You know.
Congratulations!
Okay, congratulations!
Thank you. Yes, this is great, man. We have a great team. It makes me feel happy. They have taught me so much, and it's great. You know, it's great.
Awesome. So you get to see this here on Pug Life. This is an amateur show. This is a local amateur show out here in Hartford, Connecticut. Move over a little bit, Ernie. Just move over just a little bit. Okay, that's it. All right, so you're watching us here in Hartford, Connecticut, and we're happy to have you here on Pug Life Chronicles. You're watching us on Facebook Live, and we're going to be streaming more. Next week we'll be out of L.A. We're going to be working out of Los Angeles, California, and then after that, maybe early next year, you're going to watch us in Barbados. But in the meantime, let's bring it up to the ring for the official announcement with Mark Fratto.
Delvin called it right. Oh, look at that. Impressive.
Well, you know,
John.
Like I say, you know, I saw him getting the hardest punches, the more clean punches in.
That's impressive. And Hartford looks like they're sweeping up this evening.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're right next to the winning corner so far.
Yeah, the red corner. I mean, yeah, we're next to the red corner, so they're doing a great job this evening. So tell us what's in store for you with ESPN, or are you coming back to boxing, or you're done with boxing? Like, what's going on?
You know, it's really hard to say. Sometimes it's like, you know, I mean, I got a great job now with ESPN. We've got a great team, like I say, but I still got the urge. You know, I still got the urge. It depends. You know, I still got a contract that is still, you know, working now with my promoter, Joe DeGuardia, and it all comes down to what they offer, you know. Right.
And where's your gym from when you worked out with Joe LaGuardia? Because Joe is from the Bronx.
Yeah. Well, we went to the Bronx a couple of times, but we used to stay up in camp, like, you know, by like upstate, you know, camp upstate.
Okay.
And now the last 3-4 fights that I did is out of Danbury, Connecticut. We got a local gym over there.
Okay, and I understand you're from the Dominican Republic. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've been living in Danbury here in Connecticut since I was 8 years old. So
okay. Any shout outs that you want to give anybody out there in Pug Life Chronicles? Anybody?
I want to give a shout out to all the fans looking at all the boxing fans. I'm happy to be here. This is the amateur show. If you really like boxing, this is the show that you got to support, because this is what everything begins here. All these kids, this is life for them. I mean, this makes a whole different in their life. So just asking people to support this kind of show. You know, all the boxing fans, this is the kind of show you got to support.
Thank you. That's right. Thank you. You know, support us here at Pug Life Chronicles. Share the link, and we will be bringing you more amateur boxing in the future. And we'd like to thank Delvin Rodriguez for joining us. Can you stay with us for a little bit? And just awesome. And, you know, he's an ESPN commentator, so we're happy with that. So let's go up to the ring for the official announcement.
Challenger world fight.
That's right. 3-time.
That's right. So we're moving into our 8th bout here, and that's going to be Anthony Diaz from the red corner, who's all in black. And he's facing off Angel Sanchez, all in blue, in the blue corner.
Diaz and Sanchez, all right. You got Diaz in the red, right? Sanchez in the blue.
That's right.
That's correct. And these young men are 12 years old. They're 118 pounds.
I'll tell you what, these kids got a lot of energy.
Well, they should.
Two southpaws. We're looking at two southpaws. And
They're
Delvin, if
only 12.
I'm
Yeah,
correct, you're a southpaw, right?
Excuse me?
Two southpaws.
Yeah,
here.
I just noticed that two southpaw, which is, you're gonna see a lot of bumping in, you know, between the legs and stuff like that. That's what happened when one southpaw fights the other.
Right. And if I'm correct, you're a southpaw, correct?
No, I fought many southpaw, but I'm a righty.
Okay.
Orthodox.
Anthony Diaz on the outside. And Anthony Martinez, he's from Elephant in the Room. That's the name of the boxing club. Anthony Diaz from Hartford Boxing. So Anthony Diaz in the red and Martinez in the blue.
Yeah, and Diaz
Sanchez.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sanchez.
Angel Sanchez. We have Angel
right,
Sanchez.
Pardon me. I'm sorry about that. He's from Uppercuts Boxing.
Oh, Angel's outworking Anthony this round. Landing hard, fast punches.
Yeah, Sanchez cannot afford to stay here on top of the road. This guy has a lot of energy. The blue corner, Sanchez has a lot of energy. So Diaz cannot afford to stay on top of the road.
We're going to see. I got to tell you, I have to agree with Delvin here. I believe Sanchez won that round. He definitely outworked him.
Yeah, he outworked him. You know, he stayed on top of the road too long. And like I said, if you're going to stay on the rope, you got to throw punches or move.
Right. One thing I would definitely like to see these fighters use more is a jab, right?
You know what? I was just about to say that. That's good observation by your part. You know, I don't see too much jabs coming out. You know, they rushing in, and anything can happen. You get caught with a punch. The way to go in, you got to open up with a jab. You know, that's the nice way to go in and the safest way to go in.
And you got some fans out here. They're saying Hernan Campbell says thanks for all the great memories, Delvin, and wish you the best on what you decide to do.
Thank you.
All right, so
here we are. We're starting the second round.
Second round.
Let's see if Diaz can adjust to the style. He's, Diaz jumping in, which could be very dangerous for him. He can get caught with a punch.
Nice two-punch combination by Diaz, and he moves out the way.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about, Now he got to get up the road now. There you go. Now he's using his intelligence. He's throwing punches and moving out the way.
Sanchez stomping on the ground, trying to fake him out.
Sanchez needs to use more his jab. He's trying to go in, but he's jumping in. And that's what Diaz loses, the momentum when he's facing the rope. He's getting hit too much, and he's losing the round. If he keeps doing that, he's going to lose the fight.
Right, I agree with you. Here you go, 10-second round. And Sanchez gets right on him.
Right on him, he stays on the ropes.
He's not punching either.
Exactly. He started winning the round, but he lost the round at the end. He stayed in the rope too long.
You're absolutely right. He stayed up the rope. He didn't move. And he just got outworked once again. I have it 2-0 for Sanchez.
I got to agree with you on this one.
All right, so tell us the guys that you fought, because I know I saw some of your fights, and one of them in particular.
Let me tell you the main guys that I fought.
Right, that's what I want to hear. So that way people out here can know, because they don't know. Some people may not know.
Of course. I fought for the world champion 3 times. I fought for the world champion for Austin Trout. I fought Lara. I also fought Cotto. Those are the biggest names that I fought. And I had some good fights. I fought Fight of the Year 2011. I fought Paul Waller. That was the Fight of the Year. It was a lot of action. Non-stop action in the fight. So. People recognize me more for that fight.
That's right.
That's right, and that's why I had you say that, because they may not know that you are a professional, and you did fight some professional fights, and want to make the fans aware of who is here commentating with us tonight.
Sanchez came out aggressively this round, remaining composed, but he's still outworking Diaz.
Yeah, definitely. I think Diaz doesn't have much to do now. He just got to go all out, because he doesn't have time. He doesn't have any time, which I see very difficult for him to stop Sanchez.
Especially with these are just 1-minute rounds. You got to get off quick.
To me, he's losing the first 2 rounds he lost, and now he's losing this round. So I don't see him winning this fight.
Right. He's going to need a stoppage here, and it doesn't look likely
Correct.
That's going to happen.
No, not at all. If anything, it'll happen from Sanchez's side.
Right.
Hey, that's a good fight for Sanchez. Good work for Sanchez.
Great sportsmanship, acknowledging each other's corners.
I'm very happy to see. This is a good crowd for amateur fight.
That's right. We're at capacity.
Yeah, this place is packed.
Very good crowd. This is very good for boxing. Like I say, this is where everything begins. These kids here, they need support. This changes their life forever. I remember when I started this sport, I was 10 years old. It just changed my life, and I keep saying, the more support they get, the better it is.
And the funny thing is that Delvin Rodriguez, we have this technology that we're using to stream this.
A lot better nowadays.
Yeah,
it's so much better nowadays.
What would have happened had you had this type of technology back then?
Man, everything would have been so much different. So much more promotion, more support, and that motivates more the kids. It motivates the kids so much more.
And maybe somebody out there might have seen one of these kids and brought them up to pro ranks. We would have had better competition in the boxing world.
You're 100% right on that. 100%,
I think that
100%.
I think that what we're doing here is the genesis of what we're doing is gonna bring
it's gonna boost. It's gonna boost so much the sport.
In the sport, yeah, it's gonna improve it, and it's gonna be on these things, on these amateur shows. Let's take it up to the ring for the official announcement with Mark Fratto.
The decision in favor of the boxer out of the blue corner, and Alfred's boxing Angel Sanchez.
And there you go. You guys called it.
That's right. He was definitely the workhorse. He was the stronger of the two.
I think there was no doubt. The kid, he started out pretty good, but then he kind of just lacked on top of the ropes and wasn't throwing any punches, was not getting out in time. He got caught with some good punches, so I don't think there was any surprise in the decision.
No, he was definitely outworked Diaz that night.
Yes.
All right, so we're moving up in weight class, and we're also moving up in age. So that's what's coming up next.
That's right. We have a bit more exciting now.
Yeah, it's going to get really exciting now. You might see some knockouts in these weight classes. So tell us who's entering in the ring, Ernie.
So for our ninth bout, we have Wladimir Santos from Hartford Boxing Club. and he's going against Zach Phoebus from Ortiz Boxing. These are two lightweights. They're older, 27 versus 21. So if the talent is as good as what we've seen tonight, this should be an impressive bout.
I think the techniques are going to start getting a little better now. You're going to see better technique as we go. The ages go higher. They get older, and the upper class. You're going to see better technique now. You're not going to see so many rushing and so many wild punches. I think it's going to start getting better now as the age.
Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner, 27 years of age, representing Hartford Boxing. Please welcome Waldemar Santos. His opponent, 21 years of age, boxing out of the blue corner from Ortiz Boxing, is Zach Vivas.
All right, so you got Waldemar Santos from the Hartford Boxing. He's 135. He's age 27. He's got the Puerto Rican flag shorts with the red gloves. And Zach Phoebus from the Ortiz Boxing Club. He's 21. What do you guys expect here?
We'll see the first round. We'll find out. It takes at least 1 minute to find out. What kind of style they got.
I'll tell you what I quickly noticed is that Phoebus is southpaw.
Yes.
And he applies that pressure, pushing Santos
out the
ring.
ropes. Out the ropes goes Waldemar Santos. Slips right out the ropes. So thankfully he didn't get hurt. We continue the bout.
It takes the technique to get adjusted to a lefty. I don't see Santos doing the right things against the lefty. He's going the opposite way.
He's going the opposite way, right? He's crowding himself and moving the wrong way.
He's walking right into that punch. That's what it's.
Yeah, and not just that, he's always putting his head down, not looking at his opponent. Could be very dangerous. It only takes one split second to get hit with a punch you don't see.
Santos just threw a windmill of a right hand, but what I don't like is he's moving into Phoebus' left hand.
Yes.
Wrong way.
He does it again.
Yeah, he's moving towards the right. As you can see, his feet. It's in the inside of Phoebus.
I'll tell you, he's game, but because he's standing in the wrong position, he's getting caught.
Yeah, you can still see his left foot. It's in the inside of Phoebus' right.
Right.
And it's always he's gonna get hit by the left hand. Phoebus is not throwing many left hand yet. If we were to let the jab go and let the left go behind the jab, Santos would have been in trouble already.
And again.
Yeah, Phoebus definitely outworking him. 10-second warning.
Good observation with the footwork by Delvin.
So how do you see that round, Delvin?
Yeah, Phoebus definitely took the round. He's more aware of where he's standing. Santos is all over the place. He got his head down, not looking at his opponent. That could be very dangerous,
I agree with you. And I tell you, if Santos doesn't come out and make adjustments, he may get caught by Phoebus' left hands.
That's correct.
Just want to remind everybody that this bout is brought to you by Foster Buddies Network. It's made up of people from all walks of life wanting to make a difference in foster children's lives and underprivileged youth. And also, Property Works from New England. Property Works New England is a full-service real estate brokerage firm serving the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island. And of course, we are here at the Hartford Boxing Center in Hartford, Connecticut, sponsoring this evening the fights. You're watching us, Pug Life Chronicles, and we are opening up on the second round.
And Phoebus is coming out aggressively.
Yeah, he came out very determined to knock this guy out. But, like I say, the way he's throwing punches too wild, too many round punches, he could get caught. Santos going to throw more punches in, straight punches.
I don't think he's made the adjustment to the southpaw stance yet.
No, not at all. Not at all. As you can see him still walking towards the right.
Nice one, too.
Yes. Like I say, if he throw straight punches, Santos, it'll be better for him because I'm seeing if he was throwing a lot of round punches now.
Right. So it seems like he's trying to make the adjustment. We'll see if he holds up.
You know what? He hasn't really made the adjustment, but the thing is, Phoebus is making it easier for him because Phoebus came in a different style, too wild this round.
You're right. There it goes. The foot. Phoebus keeps his foot on the outside. Keeps moving to his right. No, but he's showing an aggressive style.
And this is, Santos waiting for Phoebus to get too close before he throws. He got to throw punches before Phoebus gets to that point, which is too much on top of him, and he doesn't give him any opportunity to throw punches.
Nice left hook by Santos. Working the body. Continues to work the body. He's being effective right now because Phoebus is standing in front of him.
Yeah, I think it's a good round for Santos. If he finishes this way, he was hitting the body pretty nice. And again, we don't see any jab for none of these fighters.
That's right.
That's one of the things that I've always mentioned in these amateur bouts where you got to use the jab. The jab sets up everything, man. That's one of my favorite punches when I watch these bouts is like, and that's a fundamental punch that I don't know if it's not being taught. I'm not sure why.
You know what? That is a very good point. I mean, the jab is number one weapon in boxing. Everything starts behind the jab. If you train with a good trainer, that's the first thing he'll tell you. The first thing he'll teach you is the jab. Everything behind the jab it makes the fight easier.
I think if I was a trainer in boxing, which I never actually boxed, but I think what I would do is probably tie somebody's hand, their strong hand behind their back, and just have them jab for maybe for like half a year, just jabbing, working on that jab.
Back in the days, that's what we used to do. I mean, it happened to me. I used to tie my hand in the back and over here, the right hand, the side, and just use the jab. Learn to defend yourself just with the jab. Now, a good jab can do a lot of things. Now,
absolutely,
a bad jab can be your worst enemy.
Okay, and explain to us why.
Well, if you throw a lazy jab, right hand can go over on top of the jab, and the punch that hurts the most is when you don't expect it. That's the one that's going to hurt you the most.
All right, so it's starting the third round here, and it looks like
Phoebus coming out aggressively.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming out. Maybe his corner told him something that he's falling behind in the second round.
Yeah, well, it's a close fight, and this is what it comes down to. The last round.
Right, he may have given the last round away to Santos on the effective body work.
I believe so.
You think Phoebus is fighting Santos' fight?
I think it was Phoebus got the first round. He was nice and neat. Second round, he went too wide. Santos got the best of him. So I think it comes down to this round.
We're going to see. I think conditioning has a lot to do with
I was just about to say that. I think Phoebus maybe ran out of gas in the second round, or maybe he took a break.
I don't know. I think I thought that he was able to knock him out, but he was throwing too many wild punches. Now Santos not throwing enough. Phoebus is doing all the work.
Well, Santos going to the body there again. Gets caught with a big right.
And like I say, if Phoebus throw punches down the middle, like straight down the middle, he's going to get Santos because Santos is too wild. He throws too many round punches.
And there goes Phoebus working the inside and connecting.
Santos again throwing the wild punches.
Little do-si-do by these two guys.
Nice effective combination. But once again, they're not starting with the jab. They're not setting it up.
Oh, well, Santos just staying in front of Phoebus now, not throwing punches, so it's making it easier for Phoebus.
And I'll tell you, it looks like Santos is tired. Yes, he just took a knee.
I believe so. I mean, he's not throwing punches, and as you can see, the punches that he throws are very, very soft.
Yeah, they're not coming with any conviction or power behind them, like right there. You see that? Big right by Phoebus, right at the 10-second warning.
Yeah, I think Phoebus took it. Like I say, I think the first round was Phoebus, second was Santos, but Phoebus, closed up very nice.
That's right, he did. I think the first and third.
He closed the last round very good.
All right, so quick shout out to Sean Sr. He's from Puerto Rico. He's cheering on Puerto Rico. He says Puerto Rico with the flag. All right, and we have Hernan Campos wants to know if we have a schedule of boxing shows that you're going to cover. Hernan, we do. The only thing is we sometimes don't know to the last minute that we're actually doing the boxing. There's a lot of things that have to be worked out, and the details that have to be worked out before we actually do a show. So as soon as you can go to our Instagram usually or Facebook. You go to Pug Life Chronicles. You'll see what's scheduled there.
So give us a quick recap of that last bout, Delvin.
Well, it surprised me a little bit. Like I say, at this point, they're open class. They're supposed to be a little bit more neat. They're supposed to, like we were talking about, they're supposed to use more of the jab. But the first round I give it to Phoebus. He came out stronger. He came out a little neater than Santos. Second round, Santos just stayed there, and Phoebus changed his style, made it easier for Santos. I give the second round for Santos. Third round, it was a very sloppy round, but I think Phoebus got the hardest punches in, and Santos got a little tired.
Let's go to the judges, see how they saw it.
The decision comes in favor of the blue
Yes.
There it goes.
Yeah, I think he closed up the last round,
That's right.
He got the victory the last round.
I agree. He pulled it out. He worked really hard, consistently.
Guys, I want to thank you guys again one more time. I'm happy to be here. Also, thank you as a boxer, as a fan. All this you're doing for the sport is great. And just want to thank you guys for having me here.
Oh, thank you.
Good to see you guys again. Right?
Thank you, Delvin. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's Delvin Rodriguez, pro boxer and ESPN commentator on boxing. You can catch him when's the next show?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. So on ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN next Saturday.
All right, so there you go. So that's Delvin Rodriguez. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for joining us here on Pug Life Chronicles, and we're happy. See, this is the kind of show that we're bringing to you guys. That we bring you some pros. You never know who's going to pop by in the Pug House. You never know. Ernie, you never know who's going to pop by in the Pug House.
That's right. You're absolutely right. This is an up-and-coming franchise.
That's right. And you want to, there's some people that are interested in doing some commercials with us. If you want us, you could DM us at Pug Life Chronicles. We'll definitely get back to you. And we'll showcase your boxers, too. If you want to throw on a show, we'll do it. All right? We're based out of New York City. Let's go up to the ring for the official announcements of the boxers entering, the principals entering this bout.
So for our 10th bout, we have Thomas Pereira from Hartford Boxing, and he's facing off Julian Smith from Blue Boy Boxing. And these are, cruiserweights, 195, heavier.
Oh, yeah.
They're older, too. We have a 29-year-old and a 30-year-old. So we have grown men here competing against one another. Punch is definitely going to be harder, and let's see what they have as far as talent.
That's right. Excited to see what's going to happen here.
So Thomas is all in black from the red corner. Thomas Pereira against Julian Smith.
Big, strong guys. 194. And Thomas trying to go to the body early in this fight. And again, Julian Smith using his height to keep Thomas back.
So Julian is effective, but here Pereira is working the body. He's coming in with the jab.
And Pereira being from Hartford Boxing. And you got Julian Smith from Blue Boy Boxing, also out of Connecticut. Waterbury, I believe.
So, Pereira is keeping his guard up. He's walking inside. But I'll tell you, Smith is using his height.
Again, you got the height disparity in this bout.
Nice 1-2 by Smith. Another 3 times in a row. 1-2. Oh, but there goes Pereira with the left-right. He's working around him, and Smith is working right up the middle. 1-2. There goes his jab. Threw that dangerous uppercut from the outside.
And a big left.
Just got caught by Pereira with that left hook. And that's the danger of throwing that right uppercut from the outside. He's pushing off, getting warned by the referee.
Smith getting caught. I think he shook a little cobwebs out of him, but he's hanging in there, man.
I'll tell you, he has a good guard, keeping his hands up high, and he's using his height and reach to his advantage.
I'll tell you, Pereira is very strong, man. He might be the shorter of the opponents, but he looks like he's the stronger of the two.
Right, but he's not doing anything. He's walking in, and he's not throwing punches at this point.
No, he's not. No. But then again, it could be that Smith is holding back by that jab. Gets caught in the straight. left. Smith does.
10-second warning. And I got to tell you, Smith is outboxing this round.
Yes, he is. Moving well around the ring also, not staying in one spot. Then with a nice jab straight down the pipe. That ends the first round. Great job.
Parada is looking tired. He's looking a bit winded, and he's going to have to make adjustments if he wants to be competitive in this bout.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, so let me just say, Ernie Morales, New York State Boxing Commissioner, is joining us this evening on Plug Life Chronicles. My friend and partner Dave Sieve is out in Barbados. So Ernie, he's been with us before on Plug Life Chronicles, and you're going to see him here also once in a while on occasions, joining us to commentate. So we welcome you again, Ernie. So if you're joining us, that's why he's here. We're happy to have him here. And a professional. Also, he used to be a boxer.
That's right.
Well, all right, so he knows what he's talking about when he sits down in the seat. We're not going to put it just anybody. You saw earlier, Delvin Rodriguez was with us, joining us here, professional himself. And we have Victor Medina from Hartford, Connecticut. You're going to see him. He's a 123-pounder. I think he's going to be going pro in early 2019. All right, round number 2 in the ring right now. These are heavyweights, right?
Cruiserweights. 195.
Pereira in the red gloves.
And Smith.
Thomas Pereira, Julian Smith.
Pereira comes out with a mean left hook, but Smith is put in the back using his height. Wow.
And Ernie, what would you be doing in this thing if you were the short of the two?
So if I was short of the two, I'd be working inside, right? But starting with that jab. He's hooking his way in instead of coming in with the jab.
All right, but if Julian is smacking you from the outside with that long reach advantage and hitting you with that jab, like just right there, what would you be doing in that case? How would you get on the inside?
So he has to bob and weave, up and down, hitting the body, working his way bottom top, right? He's not doing that. But I'll tell you, see, he just made that move, but it's wasted movement because he's not punching.
Yeah, we see that a lot in the amateurs. We see a lot of wasted movement, like you said, working on the inside. If you're gonna make the move, you gotta throw that punch, man.
That's right. So he is a bit winded because he's throwing in the air. And I'll tell you, missing the punch is just as much energy to land a punch. Smith is having problems with his head. He is on the verge of coming off, and the referee sees it and calls timeout. He's going to let his corner make that adjustment. So I tell you, Pereira should be taking this time to breathe. He's looking in his corner and getting direction. But he has to execute that direction.
And Julian getting yelled at to stay in the neutral corner.
You know,
he's trying to get a little coaching from the corner.
That's right.
On the break. All right, continuation of round number 2.
So Smith uses that jab, goes right back to the jab while Pereira is just throwing to the wind. He's swinging for the fences. 2 left jab, 2 left hooks. Oh, wow. He is a bit effective.
Looks like Smith trying to answer with the same kind of punch, but loses his balance.
So Smith has to remain composed here and stick to what's been working, and that's boxing.
Pereira pushing Smith a little bit around the ring, gets a warning. Again, big punch by Pereira. A left hook catching Smith. Smith, I think, he's
hurt. He's
a little hurt.
Definitely dazed.
Now hanging on the ropes, trying to fight back, trying to come forward, but again gets caught with another left. Now they're taking the time out. I think a little winded.
Wow, I'll tell you. Pereira came back that round. I got it 1-1. Action-packed. He just outworked him. Throwing to the wind.
Well, would you be throwing caution to the wind in this fight right now? Or would you be a little bit more conservative in this third round? Because I think I have it 1-1. How do you have it?
So I also agree with you. I have it 1-1 as well. But Pereira's going to have to come out as a workhorse and continue what he did in that last round.
Right.
For Smith, he's going to have to compose himself, use his height and range just like he did in the first round.
All right, we'll see what this third round brings up. This third and final round for this bout. You see the men getting their instructions in each corner.
I tell you, Pereira's excited. He's up. He's energized.
Yeah, he's ready. He's pumped up. Getting yelled at by one of the officials to stay in the corner because he's pumped up, man. This guy's pumped up.
Let's see if Smith has enough composure and conditioning to keep Pereira off him this last round.
I got to say the same about Pereira because sometimes those muscles can really slow you down in boxing.
That's right. Smith has to go back to what worked for him in the first round, and that's his jab. Create that distance.
And we said it earlier with Delvin. That jab is so effective, man. I mean, that should be the #1 punch he should be going to because he does have the height advantage in this fight.
And he's moving nicely. He's jabbing. He's keeping Pereira at bay right now with that jab, which is great. There it goes. Doing nicely. He's not letting Pereira come in at this point.
That's what you want to do. Yeah, keep him off.
That's right. And for Pereira, he better get busy and start working his way in.
Pereira looks like he's a little winded. Looking at his corner again.
His corner's not going to help him at this point. He just has to get in there and start working as he did in the second round.
So he needs to focus on what's in front of him, not on the side. And that is Julian Smith.
And Julian Smith keeps him obeyed. 1-2, effective 1-2.
I think if he just concentrates on that 1-2, spins Pereira around. It looks like Pereira's winded now.
That's right, and Julian is outworking them.
This is where Julian needs to shine, and he needs to put that work in, Ernie.
Yeah, he absolutely does. Stop trying to go for a home run with that right uppercut. You almost got caught with a left hook, and Pereira has a devastating left hook. So Smith is holding him at bay with the jab. Nicely, but Pereira is tight, he's winded, and he's showing it, and he's not walking in. He's winding up for that big shot. It's not going to be enough if he doesn't do something. This is it. Who wants it more? So he's showing how tight he is, and I think the muscles are at disadvantage.
Yeah, this is where Smith really needs to start amping it up. And now Pereira hears the 10-second warning and goes to town, starts outworking Julian in these last 10 seconds.
I'll tell you, I think it's too little too late. I think Smith outworked him in that round.
Brings the crowd up to their feet, yeah.
Right, we're going to see how the decision goes. Close fight, I'll tell you. I'm impressed.
Yeah, we don't know because we have a different viewpoint. And again, we're not referees. We're not professional referees. We're not professional judges. So we don't know who's going to take this. And again, we're watching this from a different point of view. And you have judges all around the ring, and they're the ones that are going to be scoring this the way they see it. And you, the viewer, actually have a better advantage because you see the whole ring. We're just seeing one dimension of that ring. So let's see. We still got, that's the 11th. No, I'm sorry. That's the 10th bout. We got 17 bouts scheduled this evening, so you don't want to move from right there. We want to encourage you to share the link again to showcase some of these young boxers. And again, you've seen some that have come here and have become professionals, some getting signed by the likes of Eddie Hearns, and you're going to see some of the Alex Vargas again, also from Long Island. One of my personal favorites is out there. He's going to be fighting his second pro fight out in Long Island earlier, a little bit later on this month. If you want to watch him, you can see some of our posts on Instagram with Alex Vargas. But in the meantime, let's go up to the ring for the official announcement with Mark Fratto.
Bout, and they gave it to Pereira. I think he stole the round in the last 10 seconds. But that usually happens at amateur bouts here. He landed the heavier, more exciting punches.
Yeah, Pereira wins that one. And that's what it was. I think he was a little bit more the aggressor. And unfortunately, for Julian, but he did show up tonight to fight. So definitely we're excited. We're going to take a quick word from our sponsor. All right, also brought to you by Foster Buddies Network. The Foster Buddies Network is made of people from all walks of life wanting to make a difference in foster children's lives and underprivileged youth. Also brought to you by the Hartford Boxing Center, which we are showcasing this evening. You're watching us live from Hartford Boxing. And also Property Works from New England. It's a full-service real estate brokerage firm serving the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island. All right, Ernie, so this is the 11th bout of the evening. And we have Roscoe Rocky Ellsbury in the red corner from upstate New York boxing. And he's 45. Now, these are senior guys. And then Marcelo D'Alessandro from New Hampshire boxing. These guys are in the super heavyweight division.
So we like to call them masters.
Masters, that's correct. These are the masters division. Roscoe in the red.
Right. We're going to call him The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
He's kind of soft in the middle. I don't know where The Rock came from, but, you know, we're going to just judge him based on skill. And I'll tell you, The Rock is getting in. Just landed on D'Alessandro. Nice right hand. And, you know, he's older, he's composed, he has experience.
The Rock is 45 years of age. Roscoe Ellsbury. And Marcelo D'Alessandro, 210 pounds, he's 44.
Yeah, and D'Alessandro's a taller fighter, but look what he's doing. He's squatting down, he's making himself small, which is wrong. He should be using his size advantage against The Rock.
And you know what, Ernie? I think that a lot of guys do that. I don't know why. They're the taller. They have the advantage, at least for the height, and they can use that height advantage. And a lot of guys don't do that. For some reason, they're not. I don't know if they think that they can't punch down. They have to crouch down to these guys.
So, you know, I was tall for my weight, tall and thin, and I loved punching down. And once I got that advantage, then I started coming up. But when you do what D'Alessandro's doing right now, you give The Rock the advantage. He's small. He has to work his way in.
But I'll tell you, I wouldn't put it past The Rock. Roscoe's maybe shorter. He's heavy. He's a heavy guy. He's 228 against 210. So right there, he's got the weight advantage as well. He's got a weight advantage where Marcelo has the height advantage.
Right. But I got to tell you, The Rock is carrying that weight right around his middle. So it's not a real advantage. It's just D'Alessandro's letting Ellsbury in. He's letting The Rock in.
Well, it looks like Roscoe, The Rock, hit him with that big right. Caught him and shook D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro looked a little shook there at that last punch.
He did, and I got to say, he made that round a tough round for himself. Hopefully he can make the adjustments, come out, use his height and range.
All right, let's give a couple of shout-outs here, Ernie. You got a couple of people that we just kind of put them to the side here. Hernando Pabon Jr. He says, gracias por el live. That means thank you for the live.
De nada.
De nada. Yeah, that means you're welcome for you. All right. Let's see. Ruben Rodriguez. He goes, huepa. You know what that means?
Huepa. That's, I know it's for Boricuas, right? We're welcoming the Boricuas, and we're enjoying the show. It's a great show. You're absolutely right.
All right. Who else we got here? Hernandez says thank you to Delvin. Delvin Rodriguez was here with us this evening. He's a sports commentator and a professional boxer. He was with us. And then Rob Pun. He says, let's go Javelin, referring to one of the other boxers.
So we're going right up to a ring, round two, between Roscoe The Rock Ellsbury against Marcelo D'Alessandro.
And Roscoe The Rock in red, short of the two opponents, and Marcelo D'Alessandro from New Hampshire boxing.
And D'Alessandro made an adjustment. Look what he's doing. He's landing his punches and moving, which is exactly what he's supposed to do. Use that height and keep moving. But once again, he's crouching down. He's made the adjustment so far. Let's see if he can keep it going. Oh, Rock just hit him with a right hand to the chin. But, hey, D'Alessandro's using his height this round. He's keeping that distance. Nice jab, nice jab, nice jab. Only problem is he's dropping the jab after he throws it.
You see that? You see that with Marcelo? I don't know if he's hurt.
He's touching.
Yeah, he is, but his footwork, he looked like he was off a little bit.
I don't think he has a great footwork. You know, but hey, I'll tell you, it's moving in one direction. The Rock hasn't made the adjustment. All he has to do is come over the right. Well, he's getting on them now, I'll tell you. You know, and D'Alessandro, 1-2. And he has to do that. He has to use his height and range, or The Rock will steal this round. Ellsbury's trying to get in there. The Rock Ellsbury trying to get close. But D'Alessandro's using that long range. And he's holding him at bay.
Hold him at bay and running around the ring.
Oh, he just connected on The Rock. 1-2. You know, it looks like The Rock doesn't have an answer for him now. Now that he's being smart.
It could be that The Rock might be tired. Might have worked himself out.
So now he's just leaning on them and just trying to, get him tired. 10-second warning. D'Alessandro for a smart round, staying on the outside.
Nice three-punch combination by D'Alessandro.
Right. Nice. I have it 1-1. I'll tell you. D'Alessandro made the adjustment. He came out. He boxed that round. And it's effective. Let's see if he has enough energy for a third round. But I got to tell you, they're both tired.
Yes, they are. Well, these are senior guys.
And they're heavyweights.
So you got Roscoe, Rocky Ellsbury in the red. You see him in the left side of your screen. He's 44. He's 228. And then you got Mark D'Alessandro from New Hampshire Boxing, 210. And he's again, he's not younger guys, but they're putting on a show.
They are putting on a show. It's competitive, and I like to see that the older athletes are coming out here and they're staying in shape and they're competing as well. They're the role models for the younger fighters.
That's right. Somebody wants to know when Ian Garcia is fighting. He's going to be fighting the 14th bout. This is the 11th bout of the evening. Luis Castillo, you're welcome. Christian Cangelozzi, you've seen him also fighting here on Pug Life Chronicles. He's one of our amateurs. Paul Malignaggi brought him on all the way from Italy. He fights here in the United States now. Round number 3, the third and final round. You got Roscoe Rocky Ellsbury in the red, the short of the two, fighting from the upstate New York Boxing, and Marcelo D'Alessandro from New Hampshire Boxing.
And I'll tell you, this bout is 1-1. Whoever wins this round wins the bout. And The Rock Ellsbury is trying to get in. He's trying to work in. And he's being effective. Why? Because D'Alessandro's not throwing any punches.
That's right. We're out at Hartford, Connecticut today. A sold-out crowd here. This place is packed to capacity.
So you could tell right now at this point, The Rock Ellsbury wants it more. He's walking in there. He's walking into punches, and he's taking it. He's showing he wants this bout right now.
It looks like D'Alessandro looks tired now. He looks a little winded, putting his hands to his side. Just looking at the landscape of what's coming in, and that's Roscoe the Storm Rock Ellsbury.
So who wants it more?
And they better hurry up because there's not much time left in this round.
And I'll tell you, The Rock has his chest on D'Alessandro's, his head on D'Alessandro's chest, and he's just working. There's space. They're looking at each other. This is it. They got to work right here. Right hand by D'Alessandro lands on The Rock. Ellsbury. Another right hand. But Ellsbury's still walking in. Throwing punches. Not landing. I'll tell you, D'Alessandro, they're trying. Not much happening right here. They're standing in the center of the ring looking at each other.
They're winded, man. They're winded.
They are. But
these guys are winded.
D'Alessandro's still walking. Still working. Holding on right here.
I don't know. What do you think? I'm seeing D'Alessandro maybe with the advantage in this third and final round.
Yeah, I think he's eking it out right here. Closing seconds in the round.
He needs to start throwing those hands, man. There you go.
There he goes.
That might have done it right there. That might have won the round for D'Alessandro. That little last fury of punches.
I have to agree with you. I think that, it was even up to that round. And he outworked him in the last 10 seconds.
All right. So then Alex Diaz, hello from Pug Life. Hernando Pabon, I think we said that before. Excellent job, he says. And Luis Castillo again says, thank you for transmitting. We're happy to transmit this show for you from Hartford, Connecticut. This is Pug Life Chronicles. Sitting in with me today is a good friend of mine as well, is Ernie Morales, New York State Boxing Commissioner, and a former boxer.
That's right. These days, all I'm doing is boxing apples and oranges. I definitely did this. It was the amateur program kept me out of the streets and made me the person I am today.
I saw boxing years ago, many years ago, and it was pretty good. Good shape, but he's still in good shape. He's still in good shape.
Well, you know, boxing gave me a foundation, taught me the 3 Ds of boxing. That was determination, dedication, and discipline. And I believe if you follow those 3 Ds, you'll lead a successful life. But you have to remain consistent and true to yourself.
So it's not like not the 3 Ds like donuts and Dunkin' Donuts and I don't know what the other D is.
Danishes.
Danish. That's what I follow. The 3 Ds. Danishes and Dunkin' Donuts.
Blue corner. So there it was. You know, D'Alessandro earned it in the last 10 seconds of that round, landing the cleaner punches.
Absolutely. I think he took that round, that last 10 seconds, got him the W this evening. Congratulations to him.
So, you know, hard work by both of these athletes, master's program, older, and they worked.
Yeah, and why not? Stay in shape, right?
That's right. You know,
that's right.
I'm definitely promoting physical activity, particularly for the older crowd.
Okay, for the mature crowd.
That's right, the mature crowd. Yes.
And we happen to be mature, and we're in a crowd. A crowd of people. We're in Hartford, Connecticut. This place is packed. I mean, you got how many people would you say are here, Ernie?
You know, I'm going to estimate a good 300 or 400 people here, filling up the Alfred E. Burr Elementary School gymnasium. And it's amazing because they're showing the support to their amateur base. And Pug Life is bringing this, streaming it live to you, giving you the opportunity to fight future prospective professionals and maybe even world champions.
That's right. That's right. So we have to take a commercial break because right now they're in intermission. So we're going to put on a couple commercials and we'll be right back.
Ticket.com. It's the easiest way to create, sell, and buy tickets for any event.
All right, and Pug Life Chronicles is brought to you also by Foster's Buddy Network. Buddies Network. Foster Buddies Network is made up of people of all walks of life wanting to make a difference in foster children's lives and underprivileged youth. The founders of Foster Buddies Network are husband and wife, Anthony Blanco and Leticia Blanco, who want to see all children benefit from the community's extracurricular activities without limitations, and also wanting to bring awareness to the public of the need foster children have. They want to create a network of caring community. This network brings awareness to the public of the need of love, time, and hope for the people needed, individuals just like you. We're determined to show you how we can make a difference in a child's life. Our purpose is to help create smiles through the times and adversity of children may face daily. That's the Foster Buddies Network. And also we're brought to you by the Hartford Boxing Center right here in Hartford, Connecticut. Thank you for joining us here on Pug Life at the Hartford Boxing Center. And also, brought to you by the Property Works from New England. Property Works New England, LLC, is a full-service real estate brokerage firm serving the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island. Our clients benefit from our collective IQ and team-building environment. Our strength is built upon the solid professionals that we are proud to have under our brand. We focus not primarily on the volume of houses we sell, rather we focus on each client as an individual. We stand firmly our belief of a client-centric business ideology. All right, so we are here live out of Hartford, Connecticut. I'm here with my co-host today, Ernie Morales, New York State Boxing Commissioner. You've seen him on HBO. You're going to see him on Showtime. Ernie, tell us a little bit about the next bout that you're going to be officiating.
So our next big bout is going to be in New York, Madison Square Garden. We're going to have Canelo Saul Alvarez fighting. You know, he's current middleweight champion. He's moving up to super middleweight to challenge for that title. I'm excited about it.
And you know what's cool? That he just signed a big multi-million-dollar contract with the Zone with Eddie Hearns out of New England.
That's right, out of London, England.
London, England.
And it's the most lucrative contract.
Probably one of the best.
He beat Floyd Mayweather. You know, Floyd Mayweather is all about the money, right?
Money Mayweather, that's right.
But Canelo just beat him and outsigned him in this contract.
Right, and one of the things that I'm impressed with the Zone is that they have this app too that you can watch this thing and it's only $10 a month. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna promote it because it's for boxing. It's good for boxing. They're excellent. I mean, $10 a month. Before you used to have to pay for these fights. I mean, some of them still do these pay-per-view events, but I think with Canelo Alvarez's deal, I think they're gonna wind up streaming all his fights on the Zone with Eddie Hearns. So I thought that was very, very lucrative, and I think it's the best sports contract right now in all professional sports. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, that is the future of boxing because Showtime and HBO are moving away from boxing. So we're going to start streaming the fights right to you. ESPN, The Zone, and Pug Life.
Pug Life, that's right. We're in there. Pug Life Chronicles, we're in there. We're streaming these fights for you, the fan that's watching. But here's the advantage that we have over all those guys. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the secret. You're seeing them first, and you're seeing them first here on this show. So if you want to follow one of these young persons, one of these young people, their career, you can actually see the genesis of it right here on this show.
That's right. We started right from the bottom all the way up to the top. So here's where the foundation is laid, the amateur background. And we've been seeing successful fighters here this evening. You know, impressive bouts. They have the skill set, and I'm impressed, and we're gradually moving up.
Absolutely, and we're going to be moving up in a few. We saw 11 bouts. We have 6 more to go. We still have some more. We have some young people coming up, and we also have some older folks as well, some of the more mature boxers. And you're going to see that a little bit later after this break that they're having, this intermission break. And we're broadcasting today at a Hartford boxing, Hartford, Connecticut, and we are in the Burr Elementary School, right?
Right, we're in the Alfred E. Burr Elementary School, a capacity sold-out crowd, which is impressive because they're supporting the amateur base, just like we're doing as well. And we appreciate all the fans that are tuning in and sharing our link with friends and family because this is where it starts.
Right, that's right. All right, so let's talk to some of the people out here, some of our fans. It says, Ruben Rodriguez, dímelo, bro, vamos pa los Golden Gloves. That's with Luis Castillo. And I speak a little Spanish. I read a little bit Spanish. Ruben Rodriguez says, ya yo estoy viejo. ¿Cómo están los Masters? Okay, so he doesn't want, I guess Ruben fights, right?
That's right.
All right. Amateur sports is a great way to keep kids busy and out of trouble and healthy, and we agree with that, and this is why we do this show. All right, the bout that's coming up, and I want to answer Nelly Nell. Nelly Nell in the house. All right, Nelly Nell. We're going to come up on the 12th bout. We got, like I said, we have 6 more bouts to go. And then Jay Tro says his guy Ernie's looking sharp. That's right. Ernie's always looking sharp. He's always dapper.
Hey, thank you, Jay. I appreciate the kind words.
And Orlando Pabon Jr. says, nice job, guys. Ruben Rodriguez. He says, estos cells escriben como los ellos quieren. I don't know what that means. All right. Anyway, Spanish, a little bit Spanish there. And NBA Fendi. What kind of name is that? NBA Fendi.
National Basketball Association?
They're watching. NBA is watching us. Pug Life Chronicles.
Hey, he's doing it in style with the Fendi, I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. NBA and Fendi. All right, so we still got more boxing coming up, folks. Leave it right there. Share the link. Again, we have 6 more bouts coming in. We have, who's coming up? James Johnson from Boxing and Faith and Ben Lincoln from Uppercuts Boxing. And these, what do they weigh? 90 pounds, right?
Yeah, you know, they're small. But I'll tell you, our last 6 bouts are going to move to the open class division. And historically, the open class division fighters, they have more skills.
I don't know if these kids are open class. It says 4 open class out of the 6 that are coming up. I don't think they're open.
Well, they're young.
They're young. They're only 12 years old.
But I'll tell you, our first bout kicked off with a 9 and 10-year-old, and they were impressive, more impressive than some of these older fighters.
Yes, the fundamentals of these boxers this evening was unprecedented. I mean, for these young kids, the first kids that we had boxing in here were a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old, and they were very impressive with the fundamentals and footwork and all. I mean, you have to, when we stop this program, go back and review it. You can watch it on Facebook. We leave the bouts up there. You want to watch that first bout. That was an impressive first bout for these young guys coming in here today.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm impressed with the Hartford boxing program they have here. They're teaching these kids the skill set, keeping them off the streets, teaching them great habits. As I say, the 3 Ds, right? Determination, dedication, and discipline.
So it's not Dunkin' Donuts and Danishes.
Well, you know, maybe in his house. No,
my house, Dunkin' Donuts and Danishes. Those are my 3 disciplines. Big tall of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, a couple donuts, and some Danishes. I'm good. I'm in. Those are my 3 Ds.
They taste better, I tell you that. There's some days I crave.
All right, so we want to say a couple things. Ruben Rodriguez says, you guys are great. Thanks for transmitting. Yeah, it's our pleasure, man. We want to bring this to you so you guys can enjoy the show. Also, Jeffrey Michaels Dwyer says, great job, guys. Thank you very much. Just share. All we ask is that you guys share. That's all we're asking.
Share the link with friends and family. Get the message out. Promote the amateur boxing because it's so much. You know, it's very important for these amateurs who want to make a name for themselves, and I think this is inspirational, knowing that they have a fan base early on.
And you know, one of the things that right now that's very dangerous of happening, and I think there may not be any more boxing in the Olympics. I don't know if you're aware of that, but that's why we have to bring awareness to this. I mean, the WBC let us know, and I was just taken back because how can they stop this program? The boxing, the sport of boxing is worldwide, and I'm really concerned about that because it's the sport. Unfortunately, you have other sports that are coming out like the UFC contact sports, but we don't want. I grew up watching boxing. The first bout that I ever watched was Muhammad Ali, and that's what made me fall in love with the sport. Yes, I am that old. I saw that, and I'm afraid that they may not showcase any more boxing in the Olympics.
And that would be very unfortunate because boxing was one of the 8 original sports in the Olympic Games, and it definitely formed a foundation for professional careers. And we got the opportunity, just like we're doing now in Pug Life Chronicles, we're following amateur boxers. Hopefully we can follow them in the Olympics if it continues on. And if we get the message out, I think, AIBA is going to have to take a closer look at this.
That's right, absolutely. And you saw the likes of Muhammad Ali that started in the Olympics, and you saw some of his amateur fights. If you go back and you maybe look through the internet, you might find some of those bouts when his name was Cassius Clay before he became, so if you want to look that up, it's Cassius Clay before he became the great Muhammad Ali. He fought in the Olympics, and what a shame it would be if they wouldn't be seen on on a worldwide platform like the Olympics.
Right. I think it would be a detriment not only to the Olympics, but to our sport, right? As a fan of boxing, I think that this is an effective program. It keeps a lot of amateurs, both young ladies and boys, off the streets.
That's right.
Because we have a female fan base and a sports program going and growing. So we have to support it. We have to get the word out. And tuning in, spreading the link, Pug Life Chronicles, promoting our show helps these young amateurs build a fan base, and hopefully we can, keep the sport alive.
All right, and I just want to point out, somebody said something here on the chat. They said strawberry danishes are the greatest of all times, and I have to agree with you, man. That's Ruben Rodriguez. Thank you so much for commenting with that. That's a great comment. Nelly Nell says, bout 14, Ian Garcia, old school boxing. Let's go get it, kid. That's right. He's the 14th bout, and that's going to be great to watch. But in the meantime, you have 2 competitors in the ring right now that have stepped in.
So bout number 12, we have a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old. And in the red corner, we have James Johnson. James Johnson's all in red, and he's from the Boxing and Faith Gym. He's going to be going against Ben Lincoln from the Uppercuts Boxing. And Ben Lincoln's all in blue. So it's going to be Johnson in red and Lincoln in blue. It should be an interesting bout. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, you gotta back up. Back up.
Let's get first from Boxing and Faith, 13-year-old out of the red corner, James Johnson. His opponent, 12 years of age, boxing out of the blue corner. From Uppercuts Boxing, Ben Lincoln.
So Peter Estrada is watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the show. We really
Peter.
appreciate it. And Tito, great job. Hey, thank you for the kind words. We appreciate that.
All right, so this is the 12th bout of the evening. You got James Johnson in the red corner and Ben Lincoln. They
In
meet
blue.
here in the center of the ring. Sorry about that, in blue.
So there you go. You got Johnson. Johnson's coming off. He's nice. They're meeting in the center of the ring. They're crowding each other and hugging. Johnson pulled back. Nice competitive match. You know, they're composed. But I got to say, Johnson's getting the better of Lincoln at this point. No, he's still smothering his punches, getting too close. But he is landing clean punches against Lincoln. You know, they're holding. And what Lincoln should start doing is using his height.
Yeah, but I think James Johnson with the red.
No, James Johnson, you're right. James Johnson's taller.
Yeah, he's the taller, so he needs to use that height advantage. Ben Lincoln in the blue. James Johnson from Boxing and Faith.
So I think James Johnson won that round. You
Yeah.
know, he just outworked Lincoln a little harder.
Yeah, and Ben Lincoln is from the Uppercuts Boxing. These boys are 90 pounds. They're fighting at 90-pound weight. Doing a great job this evening.
So, you know, Ben Johnson's going to have to listen to his corner. Hopefully he can make the adjustments. And
Ben
come
Lincoln.
out.
Ben Lincoln?
Yeah, Ben Lincoln, you're right. I'm sorry. Ben Johnson, yeah. Ben Lincoln. Ben Lincoln's going to have to listen to his corner. Hopefully he can make the adjustments and come out against James Johnson. James Johnson was a bit more aggressive, threw a little more punches that round, and he outworked him and won it. So I have James Johnson up 1. First round, 1-0.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I have to agree with you, Ernie.
So, you know, they're asking when's Victor Medina fighting. And unfortunately, he's not fighting on the show. He received a bye. And, you know, he was on the show early, and he said sorry to his fans for that.
No fault of his own. I think his opponent came in a little heavier, past the weight limit. So Victor Medina got a bye this evening. All right.
So, you know, James Johnson coming out sharp again, using his height.
James Johnson in the red.
That's right, using his height and reach advantage. But, you know, he crowds himself there, and that's where he takes advantages away, giving Ben Lincoln an opportunity. Ben Lincoln's all in blue. So you got Johnson in red and Lincoln in blue. There goes Johnson. You know, he's using his range. He's using his height and reach. I like him to stay right there, right in the center ring. Came over the top on Lincoln with a nice right hand. But, you know, I want to see him use that jab more often. And there he goes, 1-2, nicely. Keeping it in the center ring where he has to be. 10-second warning. You know, James Johnson's landing clean punches. Oh, he just rocked Lincoln with a straight 1-2. And they're around. Going back to the corner. I got to say that James Johnson, once again, run the second round. He's up 2-0 in my book, but I'm not the judge.
Right. We're not judges, so we don't know, you know, who's winning the bout. I mean, we only commenting on what we see. Tell us how you see it out there in Pug Life Land and Facebook. Tell us how you guys see it out there.
We definitely want to hear your opinion. You
know? Definitely. Write in. Type in. We're reading the comments, and we're responding. We're an interactive live show.
Absolutely, because we want to keep it with our fan base, right? So we judge, we tell you what we see. We're not the official judges, but we give you our opinions. But we like your opinions as well.
That's right. That's right. So, again, we're out of Hartford, Connecticut, and the Hartford Boxing team is putting on the show tonight. James Johnson in the red from Boxing and Faith, and Ben Lincoln from Uppercuts Boxing. Ben Lincoln in the blue.
And James Johnson in red. And right now I have it for James Johnson 2-0. So let's see what Ben Lincoln can do. James Johnson, 3-punch conversation. It landed. You know, James just seems to be the stronger of the two.
Seems to be the stronger, and he seems like he might have just a little bit of an edge. And it's just not much. You know, it looks like he might be a little bit more experienced.
You know, he just ripped a 3-punch combination, and I think he's just a little stronger.
Yeah, a little stronger. And I'm not taking anything away from Ben Lincoln, because Ben Lincoln is doing a great job as well. Ben Lincoln, the age of 12, and you have James Johnson at 13.
Right. I think Ben should be using his lateral movement more instead of standing in front of him, right?
I think that, Ernie, you're definitely 100% right. He's just standing right there and becoming a target for James Johnson. If he just moves a little bit more, he probably can get away from some of those punches. And, that's something that you have to learn. That's not something that, you pick up as you keep fighting.
Hey,
it is what it is.
It's a game match, 3 rounds in the books. And I see it for James Johnson, 3-0. But,
shutout.
Yeah, shutout, definitely. But competitive match, I love the sportsmanship. They hug it out in the center of the ring, and they acknowledge each other's corners. And, here, we're pulling out the first of many championship belts today.
That's right.
I believe James Johnson's going to be a new Connecticut State champion.
And congratulations to both of them. There's no losers in this show.
You're absolutely right. Just stepping up in that ring and showcasing your skill set in front of the crowd is amazing.
All right, somebody wants to know if Carlos is fighting this evening, but I don't know which Carlos you're talking about. Carlos Perez from the Hartford Boxing, if that's the one you're referring to, he is fighting. He's the 15th bout of the evening. So this is the 12th, so just a couple more bouts and you'll be able to see Carlos. And that's Diego Benochea?
Yeah, Diego looking for Carlos' fight. And, we have Carlos Perez on our card.
Right, exactly. All right, so again, share the link, man. We want you guys to share the link. It's important that you do that for this boxing program. And for Pug Life Chronicles, we thank you for tuning in and sharing. So you can see some young boxers, some young amateur boxers trying to move their way, some of them into a professional career, maybe some of them going into the Olympics.
So here goes the ring announcer. He's about to announce the decision.
Yeah, Mark Fratto steps into the ring with the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for these two warriors here in the open division. We now go to the judges' scorecards. The decision comes in favor of the boxer out of the red corner. Boxing in Faith, James Johnson.
And you called it, Ernie.
Hey, James Johnson's Connecticut State champion. Got a nice, beautiful championship belt, and he placed the medal around Ben Lincoln's neck. Great sportsmanship. I love it. Great young amateur boxing program here.
Oh, let's take a quick 1-minute commercial break. Otherwise, my sponsors will kill me. All right, give us a minute. All right, and this evening's boxing is also brought to you by Foster Buddies Network. It's made up of people from all walks of life wanting to make a difference in foster children's lives and underprivileged youth. Also brought to you by the Hartford Boxing Center, established in 2014. That's where we're transmitting from here in Hartford, Connecticut. They have a great program, as you've seen so far. They're doing a great job with these young people. Also from Property Works of New England. Property Works New England, LLC, is a full-service real estate brokerage firm serving the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island. All right, so we're all set for the 13th bout of the evening. We got a couple of 123-pounders coming in this evening. We have Denzel Wiley and Felix Pereira from the Boxing and Faith and Willie Boxing. So, like Mark Fratto will make those announcements. All right, you heard that from Mark Fratto. Denzel Wiley from the Wiley Boxing, 20 years of age. And you have Felix Parilla, Boxing and Faith.
So
all right.
We believe that this is going to be a barn burner. Don't blink. Don't go to the kitchen.
Yeah, I heard one of the judges say, don't blink on this one.
So Wheatley is very strong. I can see in his arms, and he's against Padilla. Looks like
Yeah, but muscles don't punch back, Ernie.
No, you're absolutely right. And I like what Padilla is doing. He's standing tall, he's using his jab.
This is how you want to fight. Definitely if you have a stronger opponent coming in like that.
That's right. Look at that. I like what he's doing. But hey, Wheatley got him up against the ropes.
Yeah, Willie trying to press the action here. Really trying to get Felix to box, but Felix composes himself, doing very good, using that jab and that long reach. I think he has the longer reach of the two. With a nice 1-2 punch combination.
Yeah, Felix Padilla has a definite great foundation.
Yes, he does. I just noticed that. As soon as you said that, trying to hit him with that overhand right, missing.
But, he's still setting it up. He's keeping his distance. He's fighting tall, and he starts with the jab. So we've been looking for the jab all night long, and he's actually using it, keeping the bigger, stronger man away from him. Oh, landed a nice 1-2 on Denzel Wheatley. So, Denzel's big. Got some good looks, too, kind of
yes,
like Denzel Washington, I'll tell you.
They both look good, and this is amateur boxing, but these guys definitely look very, very good, seasoned amateurs.
Well composed, very composed.
Definitely well composed. Using the ring also, the space in the ring, in a good manner. As you notice them right now staying in the center of the ring.
Right, that's Felix. Felix Padilla is staying in the center of the ring, and he's keeping himself off the ropes, which is giving himself an advantage.
And as you say that, of course, they go right, right to the ropes.
But you know what he's doing? He's stopping Denzel Wheatley right in his tracks.
Right.
And he got Wheatley up against the ropes. Throws a 3-4 punch combination.
Yeah, Felix Parilla being the aggressor on that one, on that exchange.
That's right. He's being smart, and he's throwing combinations.
Going to the body.
Out, right?
Yeah.
So he lands his punches, and he moves right back to the center of the ring. He takes a step back, which is smart.
He's got a good style, Parilla does.
No, he's a well-schooled fighter. You can see it. He's composed. He's experienced. And he throws right to Wheatley's body.
Yes, when he's coming in, he tags him right to the body. Parilla gets him right there in the solar plex.
Nice round. So this is definitely an open class bout. I can tell on their skill set.
Absolutely.
And the round is long. Oh, he just landed. Padilla just landed a 1-2 on Denzel Wheatley.
And Parilla testing that body of Wheatley out, reaching in and tagging him right to the body, the center of the stomach.
10-second warning. And what I saw this round was Padilla kept Wheatley at bay. Great round, great round. I'm going to have to go with Padilla 1-0.
Absolutely. I like this kid, man. Moves very well. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Like I said, Willie looks very, very strong. But you know what? Muscles don't fight back. And if you look at Felix Parilla not taking a seat in the corner.
Well, I got to tell you that he remained composed. He stayed in the center of the ring. He kept his distance, even when Willie tried to come in. So if he can do that and Willie doesn't make any adjustments, we're going to be in for a great night. We're going to have another state champion here.
Absolutely. I like the way he doesn't look winded. He looks like he trained very well for this fight because he looks very composed in his corner. And during the fight, he looked very relaxed. You know, you see that, and we're noticing that.
Now, I expect Denzel Wheatley to come out and be much more aggressive. So let's see if Felix Padilla could keep him away.
All right, second round. Again, this is 3 1-minute bouts. Oh, no, I think these are.
They're longer.
Yeah, these are longer. I'm sorry. 3 3-minute bouts.
Yes. Oh, nice poke by Padilla. You know, so Denzel Wheatley is trying to work his way in, but Padilla is keeping him at bay. He's holding him. He's smart on the inside. No, gets right to the center of the ring, stands tall, and starts measuring them. He's measuring them with that jab. There it goes, right hand over the top. No, he moves to the side.
Steps to the side, Parilla does, yeah, and working, puts Willie on the ropes, works him right off the ropes. And I like his stance. I like Parilla's stance. He has a wider stance, but using that stance very effectively to reach.
You know, he's measuring Denzel
Yes, he is.
with that jab. I would like to see him come up straight up the middle with that right hand instead of coming around. You know, but he's still winning the bout, and I'm impressed with what he's doing here. He's staying in the center ring, and he's not giving up any space there.
Good amateur boxing tonight, Ernie.
No, I appreciate this bout. You know, I think what Padilla has to do is get off first. He has to use that jab and stop waiting on Denzel. He's definitely winning the bout right now, but you got to do it with the jab. I'd like to see more 1-2s from him. You see now Wheatley's waiting. He's loading up and he's waiting for that big shot.
Yeah, I see him being a little less active than Felix. Felix with that big overhand right missing.
Right, now Felix is making a mistake because he's trying to punch with Wheatley instead of boxing and doing what worked for him in the first round. Nice double jab by Padilla.
And taking a step back, too. Just getting out of the range of Whitley.
Yes.
Another 1-2.
No, very effective. I'm impressed with Padilla. Padilla's keeping his distance. 1-2. Look at that. Keeping Denzel Wheatley away.
And it's funny because you see him, he takes just like a slight step back and gets right out of the range of Whitley.
There it goes. But, you know, once again, I want to see him throw 1-2s. He's reaching now with that uppercut. And, you know, Wheatley could come in with a dangerous left hook. I would hate to see him lose this bout on the lucky punch.
Right, because he's having a really good fight, Parilla is. And Willie's corner is imploring him to move in. Nice uppercut by Whitley. Catches Parilla on the inside. Now they're boxing in the corner.
You know, Padilla is shooting Wheatley up against the ropes and punching.
There you go.
But, you know, I would like to see him start boxing a little more. He's the better of the two. He's taller, he's rangy, and he needs to use that jab.
The weight here is 140. These are 123. I'm sorry. These are open class 123, whoever's asking.
No, they're 140 pounds.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. 140. Yeah, 141, right?
I was going to say, if Denzel Wheatley was 123 pounds, I want to eat what he's eating. He's a big kid. So, you know, that was a close round.
Close round, but I think Felix Parilla edged it out.
Okay, well, you know, we're going to see what the judges think because I'm in agreement with you. I have Felix Padilla up 2-0, but we're going to see how this last round ends.
All right, and you're watching Pug Life Chronicles. We implore you to share the link. You're seeing good boxing. I mean, good amateur boxing here. I mean, this is at a capacity crowd. And I think more people are in the gym now than they were earlier. We got fans behind us. We got fans to the side of us. This place is crowded, man. It's pumping.
It's like a party, right? The
Absolutely.
main event is coming, so the room is filling, and we're at capacity crowd.
Yeah, and you could feel that energy in the air, like something big is about to happen. And we got fans saying hello behind us. We got fans everywhere on the sides. I mean, it's just amazing what they have here in Hartford, Connecticut. There's a pretty decent show, pretty decent turnout of people. All right, we're going to round number 3.
We're going to the last round. Here we go.
Third and final round. They touch gloves right away.
And Felix, you know, he hits glove and throws a jab, which is great. Oh, but he got Wheatley. Oh, Wheatley's a windmill in them. Wow, very impressive. I don't think he liked the fact that he didn't shake hands. So,
wow.
Based on that, I'm telling you he's winning the round right now.
That's like a 15-punch combination
shoe
to the body.
Him.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
Call it a shoe shine.
Definitely, he did shoe shine him right on the ropes. I think it shut down Parilla a little bit.
He did, but nice right uppercut to the belly from Padilla.
And I see a little blood coming out of the nose. right now of Parilla. He got caught with, I think, with that right hook. And now Parilla trying to come back. I'm getting blood over here.
Well, you know, when you're at ringside, this is what happens sometimes. You get hit with blood and sweat. Blood and sweat. Tears, blood and sweat. That's what boxing is all about.
Oh. And a big right to the body. Was that a right? I think it was a right.
Yeah, that was a right uppercut. Right.
I'm blind. I got blood in my eyes.
And, you know, Padilla is bleeding through his nose, but he's the game. He's walking Wheatley down.
And Willie holding on.
Hey, I want to welcome Lisa Ramos to the show. Thank you for joining us. And George Turner. So Padilla's standing in front of Wheatley. And, you know, Wheatley's aggressive. He's coming in. He's showing more here. Right now, Felix Padilla is just posing. He's really not doing anything. And he's making this fight closer than it has to be.
And blood all over the ring here.
You know, so Padilla's just walking in without throwing any punches, and he's making this an easy fight, as I stated. And it's unfortunate because that's the only way he really was in this fight. You know, he's trying to slug Wheatley out when he doesn't have to. He has to use his reach.
Just boxing technique,
That's
exactly.
Right, his range.
He's using boxing range. And again, Willie with a big left hook, catches Parilla, sets him back. But now, looks like Parilla was thinking about it, but now Parilla moving in. Trying to connect, nice right. I think just caught him on the side. I don't know if he caught him on the side of the gloves.
So there goes Padilla, you know, working the inside, landing a three-punch combination. He's definitely a skillful fighter. More skilled out of the two fighters. But, you know, he's fighting the wrong fight. He could make this bout much easier on himself.
Absolutely, I got to agree with you, Ernie. And a big right
hand by Padilla. Right on Wheatley's head.
But I'll tell you, Willie took it and still in there. 10 seconds to go. Yeah, that's it. This is it. Whoever
who wants it more? Who wants it more? And it looks like Padilla wants it more right here. Oh, great bout. Great bout.
Wow. You know, Ernie, I wouldn't be disappointed if this goes to a draw.
There are no draws in amateur boxing.
I'm just saying, if this was if it was a professional bout and it went to a draw, then I would say I wouldn't be disappointed.
Lisa, thank you for kind words. She says we're entertaining. And, you know, I think we make a great team here.
That's right. Dan Z-Man, that's my son, by the way, watching. Thank you for joining us, buddy. Love you, man. Gabriel Stephen Matteo says, okay, he's responding to somebody. George Turner. Thank you for watching this, George Turner. I know George. Hernan Campos.
Hey, once again, you know, we want to thank you for tuning in to Pug Life Chronicles here on Facebook Live, where we're promoting amateur boxing. We're setting a foundation here, which is important, and it starts with you. So please spread this with your friends, your families, anybody you know. Instagram, Facebook, put it out there.
Yeah, just share the link. All right, let's go up to the ring for the official announcement by Mark Fratto.
We called it. We have a brand new champion in Padilla. Felix Padilla's new Connecticut State Championship. What a great bout. Entertaining.
Definitely great bout by these two. Parilla with the more of a skill set in boxing takes this one. Willie looks more like a brawler, but good job by both of them. Like to see these guys again. Wouldn't mind watching these guys. Now, a lot of people have been asking about this next coming bout.
Yeah, next coming bout coming up right now is bout number 14, and it's in the welterweight division, right? We have Ian Garcia from the Old School Boxing Club.
That's right.
And he's facing Nelson Perez.
That's right.
Nelson Perez is from the Uppercut Boxing Club.
That's right.
I tell you, I'm looking forward to this bout. These are open class fighters too. They're experienced. I'm excited to see what they have.
Yeah, a lot of people here on Facebook Live have been watching and asking about Ian. So I'm expecting something good from Old School Boxing. They're coming in today's weight at there's a 141. This is a 141 bout, but they're coming a little heavier today, but 145, 143. And you see some guys in here.
So Ian Garcia from the Old School Boxing Club is all in white. All in black, I'm sorry, with white trimming from Havoc Boxing Gloves. And he's going to be in the red gloves today, fighting out in the red corner. And he's facing Nelson Perez in the blue corner, wearing a black and white trunks.
And Hernan Campos says these kids look like they've been in the ring. They look good. This Ulysses Campos weight class. Right, that's right. They do look good. These guys do know how to fight. These are open class fighters. And Hernan Campos says, great job, guys. First time I see Ernie, great work. That's right. He's doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words.
And Chad Joel says Ian Garcia's fire. All right, let's check that out. Nelly Nell. Garcia, baby.
Well, we're going to see if he can live up to the hype. He does have a fan base. They've been typing up their opinion here. So I'm looking forward to seeing them fight.
Freddie's going for Ian. But let's go up to the ring with Mark Fratto. All right, so there you go. Ian Garcia again from Old School Boxing. He's 20 years old, fighting Nelson Perez. That's 27 from Uppercuts Boxing. Round number 1. Ian Garcia meeting in the center of the ring. Backs up by Nelson Perez. Nelson Perez on the outside now, switching spots as Ian Garcia on the inside. Catches Perez with a nice body shot.
Perez is tall, he's lanky, and he's showing he can box.
And these are two conventional boxers, by the way, moving well in the ring right now, Ernie.
Yeah, so Perez is using his height and reach right now, keeping it in the center of the ring. And I see what Garcia is doing. Ian Garcia, he's observing his opponent, right? He's making his adjustments. And give him a couple of minutes and we'll see what he does. Right now, I am impressed with Nelson Perez, who's keeping him away, keeping it in the center of the ring, and he's using that whole ring.
And he used that jab effectively to keep Ian back. And you know what I noticed, Ernie, that if you look at these two boxers, it looks like Perez might be warmed up, and I see kind of looks like Ian Perez, no sheen, no sweat on his body. I don't know if he just ran in here. He came in cold.
Well, that appears to be, but it looks like he's making his observation. Nice, crisp left hook by Garcia. So he seems to be the polished, composed fighter. And I think he's going to start walking
Perez
down.
Yeah.
Right? He's closing the gap. Right there, the referee just broke him apart, but he took a nice big breath and composed himself. So Ian Garcia is definitely composed here, and I think he's just watching his opponent, Nelson Perez.
Basically, this is an exploratory round, is what you're saying?
Absolutely. I'm giving the advantage to Nelson Perez here because he is fighting. He's using his height and reach. But as my feeling, Ian Garcia is just observing. Nice body shot by Ian Garcia. He's going body. He has Perez up against the ropes.
Yeah. And Perez swings Ian around.
Right, switches him around, puts him up against the ropes.
And so far, pretty good boxing, decent boxing here.
Yep, and there goes, Garcia. Garcia again, he's on the hunt, throwing that body shot against Perez. Nice body punches by Garcia. Perez is using that jab. Using that jab and keeping Garcia at the end.
I like what I'm seeing with these two, Ernie.
You can definitely see these are open class fighters. They're using their skills, they're composed, and it's nice. It's refreshing. Oh, big right hand by Nelson Perez.
Another big right by Nelson Perez to finish off the round.
So that's 1-up. 1-0 Nelson Perez.
That's in your opinion.
That's in my opinion.
Your opinion.
Correct.
Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. We don't want to upset anybody out there.
I know. Garcia has a lot of fans out there.
Yeah, we don't want them to come here, Ernie, and start beating on us. Take it easy. We're not professionals, all right? All right, so
So I have to say that Nelson Perez, in my opinion, kept Ian Garcia at bay with his long range, right? Height and reach, and that's 1-0 in my opinion. My humble opinion.
in your humble opinion, okay.
That's
All right.
But as I stated, I felt that Ian was observing him. He's going to make his adjustments, and I expect him to come out more aggressively this second round.
All right, so Hernan Campos says it's a close round. Kareem Blue is watching Kareem from the Waterbury Boxing Club. The Blue Boy Boxing. He's here this evening as well. He's watching. Thank you for joining us, Kareem.
1-2, and Ian Garcia comes out with 1-2 right away. But there you go. You have Perez, keeping his range.
Perez with the blue gloves, Ian Garcia with the red.
Perez just hit him with a good right hand, 1-2. And there he goes. That's a 6-punch combination, which he landed 2. So Nelson Perez is smart enough to stay in the center of the ring, and he's utilizing that ring. He's utilizing his reach. Nice exchange by the both of them.
Oh, a nice uppercut by Ian Garcia. But gets answered right away by Perez. Ian sending Perez back.
With 2 jabs, which is impressive. I like the fact that they're using their jabs.
Perez still in there. Ian Garcia hitting Perez on the gloves. Perez just missing with those 2 punches.
But I'm impressed because he's keeping his range and distance. Look at that 3-punch combination.
3-punch combination by Perez. That's right.
And he landed him.
Missing with those, but catches Ian with a nice left hook to the body.
Another 2-punch combination by Perez. Garcia looks like he's gassing out here. Perez is landing punches on top. There they go. They're on the inside. They're not doing much work. Referee tells them break back. They take a step back. Garcia starts with 2 jabs.
He gets caught with 3.
From Perez. Perez answers right back.
Perez missing with those. Ian Garcia with good defensive movement.
And here's the reason why he's missing. He's head hunting. He should be working to the body and working his way up.
There you go. That's right. But you know what it is, Ernie? You want to head hunt sometimes. You just want to. You want to hit that guy. You want to knock him out.
No, I get that. But amateur boxing is based on the point system.
Wow.
And Ian Garcia is bleeding from the nose. I see some blood now.
He got caught with that left hook.
Right.
Opens him right up. Starts bleeding. Ian Garcia trying to answer with a 2-punch combination. Now backing up.
But, Nelson Perez is keeping him at the end of his punches. He's using his height and range. Oh, big punches by Perez. He has Garcia up against the ropes. Garcia switches, turns Perez around. Perez just leading with that jab. 1-2, effective 1-2. Nice punching down that Garcia.
But again, he's head hunting like you said, so he's missing, and then Ian Garcia catches him into the body right off the ropes. Now Ian Garcia off the ropes pushes Perez back, but Perez answers him with a couple punches of his own.
That's right. He's working on the inside. He's landing clean, effective punches.
Now Perez using that height and reach advantage. Now with a nice combination of punches, just missing right now.
Great round.
Great round by both these guys. Great boxing here tonight, Ernie.
No, I agree with you. And I got to tell you, in my humble opinion, once again, I have Perez up 2-0. So we're going to see what happens here in the third round.
We don't want to upset anybody out there, but the way we see it is we see Perez. We're right here ringside. We're watching it. You guys are getting different looks from different camera angles. But, yeah, I think you're right. I got to agree with you. How do you guys see it out there? Okay, so let's see what people are saying. Says close round, Hernan Campos says. And Nelly Nell says definitely warming up round for Ian. Alex Davis said Ian La Vista. Great show.
I'll tell you what, Ian Garcia, the warm-up is over. He better come out hot third round if he wants to win this bout.
That's right.
Because in my humble opinion, I have Perez up 2-0. And here we go. We're going to third and final round. Who wants it more? Connecticut State Championship on the line right here.
All right, Diego Borchetta says he has Perez 2 up, and I think that's the way we're seeing it. And Torres, John Carlos Torres says Perez. Hernan Campos says Perez. So we have an overwhelming opinion.
So here we go. Ian Garcia starting to use that jab. Oh, nice overhand right by Ian Garcia. Just lands on Perez. But Perez has remained composed. And there he goes. Right, left by Perez, which land clean. Another left hook on Garcia. Perez is throwing clean punches, and they're landing on Garcia. And Garcia is bleeding from the nose once again. You know, as a result of him bleeding through his nose, he's breathing through his mouth now.
Right, and then tied him out pretty quick, too. Okay, now Ian coming in with an uppercut.
Oh, big right hand by Perez, right on Garcia. Garcia's up against the ropes, and he's holding on now.
I don't know how this kid's standing up with that big right.
Oh, Garcia lands a big right hand on Perez and spins him around. This is going back and forth. What an entertaining bout.
Now Ian trying to go to the body to slow down Perez, but it might be too little too late in this round, this third and final round.
I'll tell you, Ian looks like he's tired, but he's game. He's in there. Nelson Perez looks to be the fresher of the two. You know, working the body, working up and down. I think Nelson needs to give himself that distance and start using his height again. You know, he's keeping Ian Garcia right in front of him, keeping him in the match.
It could be that he's tired, Ernie.
Could be. Nice 1-2. There he goes. He's opening up, and he's pushing Ian Garcia back against the ropes. Big 1-2 by Ian.
And time running out quickly here in this third and final round. Nice body shot by Ian Garcia.
But Nelson Perez covered up, and he absorbed it. He took it on his arms.
And threw a shot of his own.
You know, a referee took a close look at Ian Garcia, checking out his nose.
Another nice body shot by Ian, catching Perez.
Hey, Perez has Ian Garcia up against the ropes, and, you know, he's working. Who wants it more? This is what it comes down to right here and now. Big three-punch combination by Perez.
Perez trying to go to the body as well.
You know, Perez just threw 8 punches unanswered. And he's working. Perez is outworking Garcia at this moment. 10-second warning.
This is it. Last 10 seconds. Nice shots by Perez. These last 10 seconds being the busier of the two. And that closes the round out.
And they hug it out in the center ring. You know, great competitive match. But, you know, in my opinion, I saw Perez win all 3 rounds.
All right. That's right. All right, so that was a great competitive match here this evening in Hartford, Connecticut. You're watching us live here on Pug Life Chronicles. Share the link. You're watching good boxing. I mean, this is good amateur boxing. I dare say these guys are close. I don't know, man. I've seen some really good boxing this evening, especially the first bout. A couple of 9 and 11-year-olds with really good fundamentals that I haven't seen in a long time. And if they keep it up, I'm sure these guys, you're going to see them later on. And you're watching. This is the nexus. This is the beginning of a lot of these careers that you're going to see later on in professional sports.
That's right. You know, it all starts with you, the fans that are out there on Pug Life Chronicles. Please share our link with your friends and family and help promote the amateur boxing phase, right? Because we want to keep it alive. We want to give these young athletes an opportunity to showcase their skills.
All right, let's go up to the ring with the professional Massing and the professional Mark Fratto.
And we called it. There it goes. Nelson Perez is the New York State, Connecticut State champion.
Yeah, Connecticut State champion. There you go. Nelson Perez pulls it off. Great job by these two athletes. Not taking anything away from Ian Garcia. But, hey, listen, that's the way. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But you saw some good boxing, and you are the biggest winner right now tonight on Pug Life Chronicles.
That's right. And, you know, we appreciate that Garcia has fan base here, and they were rooting for him. Absolutely. And that's what we look for, a great following of these young athletes.
Right, that's right. And where were you now? This is the 15th bout of the evening?
We're going to the 15th bout. I'm excited. We're going up to the welterweight division, and we have Carlos Perez from Hartford Boxing, and he'll be facing off against William Wheatley from Wheatley Boxing.
So another Wheatley.
Right. I wonder if they're brothers.
Denzel Wheatley and William Wheatley from the Willie Boxing. They got to be. They get their own boxing program, I think. These guys they created their own gym, their own boxing program. Hey, let's call it Willie Boxing. You know?
Hey, that's great.
We're brothers. We'll go fight. We'll fight anybody and everybody, right? And they're here tonight. That's totally speculative, by the way.
That's right. We haven't confirmed that, but I'm looking forward to an entertaining bout here. So we're gonna see. And I gotta tell you that we have Carlos Perez from Hartford Boxing in red. He has some nice fancy red, white, and blue shorts, and he's in the red corner with red gloves. And his opponent, William Whitley, is white and black and white, right? In the blue corner. And this, once again, is in 152-pound division.
That's correct.
Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner, weighs 23 years of age from Hartford Boxing. Please welcome Carlos Vargas. His opponent boxes out of the blue corner, 22 years of age from Whitley Boxing. Please welcome William Whitley.
How you doing? How you feeling? Move in.
All right. All right, sitting down with us this evening is Kareem Blue. Kareem Blue out of the Blue Boy Boxing Club.
Yes, sir.
That's right, joining us here in Hartford, Connecticut this evening. Get in there. Good fights tonight, right? All right, you can sit down with us and call this fight, right?
Yeah. All right, so you familiar with these amateurs here right now?
Not these two gentlemen right here, per se.
Okay.
I like those shorts, though. Those nice. Snazzy.
So, Carlos Perez has those nice shorts that we're referred to. But let's see if he can box. He's looking as good as he looks. Oh, right now he's getting caught by William Wheatley.
Now, we got two Wheatleys tonight. I don't know if they're brothers from the Wheatley Boxing. I think they're brothers. I'm not sure.
I believe so. Cousins. They got a lot of brothers over there.
Wow, okay.
Right, they got their own boxing gym. I believe that.
I think Perez needs to keep his eyes up, man.
No, you're absolutely
Every time
right.
he throws a shot, he look down at the floor.
Right, he's getting caught as a result of that.
Yeah.
Wheatley is capitalizing on the fact that he's not looking, and there he goes. He got caught once again.
He's hitting them with the temple shots because he's looking down.
So one thing I immediately noticed here is both of these athletes are southpaws, right? But once again, what I'm missing here is no one's leading with the jab.
Exactly. It's probably weird because they both left-handed fighters. They're probably used to seeing right-handed.
Absolutely right about that.
Sometimes it's weird fighting another lefty. Man, messes up my whole offense.
Kareem, are you a lefty?
No.
Oh.
Okay. We have a lot of lefties in my gym.
Willie Whitley trying to capitalize with that uppercut.
He is. He's been landing the cleaner, crisp punches here. But that has to do with Carlos walking in. Carlos is showing frustration.
He's a little frustrated now.
A nice three-punch combination by Carlos.
You got to cut the ring off.
That's right. He's following them around the ring.
And as you say that, somebody in the crowd says the same thing.
Right, he's dead.
Nice body shot by Perez.
I think Whitley needs to get his hips back when he throws those uppercuts. Get more space for the hooks.
You're right. I agree with you. Now he's reaching into his punches.
Right.
Leaving himself open. Perez looks like he's composed himself on the second half of this round. And he's making it interesting.
Yeah, when Perez uses that double jab, it really is effective because Whitley's hands are down.
Right.
When he doubles it up, he pulls back every time he jabs at him. When he doubles it, he catches him.
Can it be that William Wheatley is already gassed out this early in the bout?
He did throw some power shots.
Nice uppercut by Whitley, though. Catches Perez coming in.
Yeah.
But again, Perez keeping composed. And that's the end of the round, round number one. And
So
again,
how do you see that round?
I think Perez got him that round.
oh, really? Wow.
Wow, so he worked it out.
That
And he won in
forward
the
pressure,
second
that forward
half.
pressure, and he landed on those nice uppercuts. It lasts like 30 seconds.
All right, Kareem, so let me ask you real quick while we're in between rounds. Tell us about your gym and your program, because we're here in Connecticut. You're out of Waterbury, is that correct?
I'm at Thomaston.
Okay.
Thomaston, Connecticut.
Bring it, baby.
And I got a kids program from 6 to 15, and I got a Parkinson's program as well. We also house people that want to compete or just get in shape.
How do they follow you, and how do they follow the program?
They can hit us up at Blue Boy Boxing Club on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
I like the name, man.
Yeah,
Blue Boy Boxing Club. And that is actually his name, Kareem Blue.
Yes,
that is
my last name.
That's his last name, Blue.
Yeah.
It's not how he's feeling. It's actually, that's his name.
It's not black and blue, not black and blue.
There you go. And I'm a huge fan, by the way, Kareem. I love the program and what you do. I've seen what you're doing. Very effective even with seniors. I see you with some seniors.
Thank you. You know I love your program, so you already know.
Thank you.
Did we not get the bow tie memo? What happened with this? What's going on?
I didn't miss it. So Perez coming out, ferocious body attack on Whitley. Pushing him back.
I think they head-butted, maybe.
So Whitley's having some issues with his mouthpiece.
No, I think he got hit. I think he clashed his head.
So a referee sending Perez to a neutral corner while a doctor checks out Whitley. And let me ask you something. Do you think Wheatley's looking for a way out?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they say.
I'd like to see the replay on that, but unfortunately we didn't get that. But
it looked like he caught him on the chin. It looked like his forehead hit him in the chin.
All right, they're checking him out. Looks like he's all right. Sending him to a neutral corner.
So here we go. The action proceeds. Referee giving them last-minute warning. They're shaking hands, and Perez and Wheatley about to go at it again.
All right.
Oh
man.
Whitley put his hand out to shake, and Perez just attracted him and dumped on him.
Whitley did not like that. At this point, this kid Perez has a lot to handle.
Yeah, Perez is hungry. He's bringing the fight right to Wheatley.
And you know what? Is he wrong for doing that? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's boxing. I mean, there was none, you can be cordial afterwards. You're
Double left hook by Perez. He's walking Whitley down.
If he gives Whitley space, then Whitley's going to get his shots off. He knows that. I think that's why he's just trying to smother him. He's whispering in his ear.
I'll tell you, Perez is walking him down.
He's trying to get in his head. He's getting in his head.
I think he already got in his head.
He's talking to him in the corner. He's talking to him.
Wow, what happened there?
He's talking.
So Whitley's talking.
Perez is whispering in his ear.
That's right. He's being warned. One of these athletes may lose a point if they keep it up.
This is a very tough competitive fight. And Perez, like you said, the first half of the first round, but he gets caught with a big uppercut
by Whitley.
I stumbled him a little bit. His knees buckled on that shot.
Nice two-punch combination by Perez. Catches Whitley again, rocks his head backwards. And it doesn't look like Whitley's going to stay in here much longer if he continues to box this way. If he doesn't cover up and starts throwing that jab.
Yeah, you got to use that jab.
Got to use that jab to keep Perez off of him.
If he use that jab before he throw that uppercut, he's not getting the proper spacing for that uppercut.
But you get that if you use that jab.
Right.
Got to throw that jab. I've been saying that. You hear me time and time here on Pug Life Chronicles. Use the jab. Right now the referee's going to take a point for holding. He's taking a point off of Whitley for holding.
He gave up already.
I think mentally he's defeated.
Yeah. He's going to keep going because he's a Whitley. That's what they do.
And Perez still going on strong. Has Whitley against the ropes. Trying to hit him with that left. Nice uppercut by Whitley, but gets caught with a three-punch combination. Gets an uppercut, and I think he's done. He's done.
He's done.
I think he took his mouthpiece off.
That's it.
Like
I think that's it.
I don't know what the referee's doing. He's giving them time.
It looks like he has the piece inside the mouthpiece. You see that black piece in the by the mouth?
I see it.
It looks like that's the thing you're supposed to take out after you melt it.
He never took it out.
Gets caught with a body shot.
Perez is all over him.
Perez catching him on the inside with a nice left hook. Catch him right on the chin.
That mouthpiece is bothering him.
Yeah, I think he just gave up.
That's it. He's done. He threw the mouthpiece.
He threw his mouthpiece out. It's over. It's over. bad sportsmanship on his side. He's walking out the ring. He got to be held here. What's he doing?
I'm not sure what happened here. It could be, like you gentlemen said, it could have been something bothering him with the mouthpiece, or it could have just been a bunch of punches to the mouth. How about that?
Hey, sometimes that doesn't. Sometimes that's enough.
That's right. In any event, I'm going to say that Perez worked hard here.
Yes.
He showed he wanted it more, and he was determined.
Those shorts confused me. I thought he was going to be slicker than that. That outfit, I thought he was going to be a lot slicker.
Apparently, he didn't need to be.
I think he tricked him. He mind tricked him.
That's right.
Nobody comes in with tassels and tries to get that aggressive.
Yeah, that's something. If you're not a flashy kind of boxer, you don't wear that kind of stuff, man. You keep that at home.
Like the other Whitley, he had the shorts on. He was,
Round 2, winner by RSC and the new Connecticut State champion.
Wow.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations to Perez. Tough competitor. Doing a great job this evening, pulling off the W. All right, well, we're waiting. Kareem, talk to us, baby. What else is going on?
Nothing much, man. You know, I'm trying to do a show next year. Definitely have you guys come back out, man. You know what I mean? I'm happy that you guys are out here again in Connecticut, man. What's up with George? How you doing?
Yeah, no, with Dave. Dave is actually, he's actually out in Barbados. And we might be going there next year, sometime in the mid 2019.
What's he doing out there?
We're working, baby. We're trying to get a show out in Barbados. So he's out on assignment right now. And next week we're going to be transmitting out of Los Angeles, California, with the New York City Police Department. They contracted us to go out there, and we're going to be representing out there.
Wow, so you're getting paid twice. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Right.
We won't talk about that.
Not on camera.
Not on camera. All right, so anyway, Kareem Blue, he has his sports gym and his club out here, his boxing club, along with his wonderful wife. And
she's actually official. She's going out to be official now. Yeah.
That's correct. I saw that. She had her gear on today, official gear. I saw her. She came up to me. Congratulations to her. And again, give us a little bit more information about the club so people know that they're watching.
It's in Thomaston, Connecticut, on Watertown Road. You can come through, man. We open from 6 a.m. to 9. Come through every day. There. You know what I mean? We love just having people come through and hang out. Even with sparring, just come through, give guys a crowd. Like to have a crowd a little bit just so people get used to it.
Sure.
You know?
Absolutely. All right, so we're coming up on the 16th bout of the evening this evening, as they're making their way in. And, we're going to thank you for joining us, Kareem.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We're gonna have the man that made this show this evening.
Oh, yeah. The man, Tony the Tiger.
Tony Blanco is coming to join us in just a second to have this 16th bout. He's going to join us in just a second.
His opponent, 19 years of age, out of the blue corner, from boxing in
All right, Ernie, tell us who we got competing this evening.
So on the 16th bout here, out of the red corner, we have Quandell Dukes, right from Bright Futures Boxing Club. He's facing Mark Solis from Boxing and Faith in the blue corner. Marco Solis has the Ecuadorian flag colors. So, let's see if he's going to be good. But
Is that Ecuadorian or is that Colombian?
No, that's Ecuador. I'm telling you, it's Ecuador. They all have the same colors.
Looks like Colombia.
Looks like Colombia, yeah.
Yeah,
even Venezuela.
Yeah, Venezuela,
right.
yeah.
I'm looking at the crest on his belt.
Oh, I see, okay.
You see, Venezuela,
okay.
All right, so we have joining us this evening. With us the man that's sponsoring this event and this show this evening.
Thank you, guys.
And this guy is the man here out in Hartford, Connecticut. Tell us a little bit about the program.
We opened in 2014. It changed my life. Getting into boxing, there's no greater feeling than to help all these kids out.
And I'm sorry, I don't think I introduced him. It's Tony Blanco. Tony Blanco is from here, Hartford, Connecticut. Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry about that.
So yeah, we opened the gym around 2014, and it's been great so far.
Okay, good. And I see that your club is on fire, man. Tonight they've been on fire.
They work hard. They put in the hours at the gym, and they just work hard.
Right. And what does this program, this Pug Life program, mean to this gym?
Doing this live, it's excellent. I mean, to thank you guys for doing this and helping these kids. Make a name for themselves.
That's right, and thank you for inviting us to come here and to showcase some of your boxers and some of the talent that you have here in Hartford, Connecticut. Meanwhile, in the ring right now is Quandrell Dukes. He's the red gloves, the taller of the two opponents. And you have Mark Solis from Boxing Faith. And Quandrell Dukes, by the way, is from Bright Futures.
It's a local gym here in Hartford, Connecticut as well.
I have to say, Tony, that I'm impressed by the quality of fighters here. Thank you for bringing this boxing program here to Hartford, Connecticut, providing a future for these young amateurs.
Oh, absolutely. They work hard, and if you could save one kid, you've done your job.
Absolutely. And tell us a little bit about the. I think you have also a program.
We have a youth development program through our foundation, and what it is it's the middle person to help fund the kids that can afford extracurricular activities such as boxing, sports. So the foundation pays for them pretty much.
Wow, that's incredible. That's
through
incredible.
Different grants, state grants and stuff like that.
And I see Quandrell Dukes keeling over.
I think Solis hit him with his head. It's over. He just quit.
I don't think he hit him with his head. I think he hit him with a punch to the body, kind of put him down. And that's going to be it. It's going to be a TKO for Mark Solis.
Wow, so that brings us to our main event, the last bout of the evening.
Tony, would you be hanging out with us for the last one? Would you be calling us? Because I know that's one of your boxers, Luis Rivera. And tell us a little bit about Luis.
Luis, he actually went to the ring.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We got, I think.
Dukes just passed out in the ring, and we have a medical emergency.
Yeah, let's go to us here. We don't want to show that. We don't want anybody to get hurt in the gym, on one of these events. Just tell us a little bit more about the boxing program that you have here in Hartford.
Well, like I said, we opened 2014. It's funny the story how we got into. And how I got into boxing was, I do real estate,
right?
Commercial real estate, and one of my employees, talking over lunch, and he mentioned that he's a professional fighter from Puerto Rico, great resume, and he was after a couple of months he said, "Hey, I want you to be my manager. I got some management issues," and at the time he was locked into a manager, and I guess he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. And I was like, when he asked me, I was like, listen, I don't know anything about no boxing. But he said, well, you're a great businessman. You've been great to me, and I'll teach you along the way. So, I always like challenges. So I took his challenge, and here we are.
And the funny thing is that he opened up a boxing gym for the community. And you heard him say earlier, there's a foundation that he has with these young children, that he brings them up in young boxers, gets them off the streets. I think that's an excellent program, Tony.
That's what it's all about.
Right, exactly.
If there's one thing that I care about, it's getting the kids out of the streets, and that's it.
Right.
I don't care about winning records, losing records. If I can get them off the street and they could become a better person in general, we won.
Right.
I don't believe in competition with this gym, that. To me, every corner needs a boxing gym.
Sure.
What boxing does to all humans it's unbelievable. To me, it's therapeutic.
Okay.
You can have a bad day, and you come to the gym, and you feel good after.
And you got a couple of fans out here. You got Raymond Sierra says, Tony, let's go.
Oh,
HBC.
Man. All right.
All right. And you got
what's up, Raymond? You up next.
Jeffrey Michael Dwyer says, hey, Tony, nice job with the show tonight. A great showing from HBC. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys.
Ruben Rodriguez says you're his idol, his mentor.
Oh, Ruben, let's go. We love you, man.
All right, so we'll just tell you, it looks like Quadrell Dukes is still down. He's still in the he's talking, he's conscious. It's just that he seems like he's in a little bit of pain. They got the ring doctor in there.
I don't know. Well, you saw the shot? I don't know if it was a body shot or
I think it was a body shot, but I'm sorry, folks. We don't want to bring that kind of stuff live. We just don't do that. We're not that type of show. You know, these are amateurs, and we're not trying to showcase them in any negative way or any negative light. That's not what we do here in Pug Life Chronicles. We'll tell you what's going on, but we will not show you that. That's not something that's positive. We won't share that. But what we do share is what is positive about boxing, as Tony was saying. Brings kids off the streets, gets them into a sport, a contact sport. And on top of that, I've seen a lot of changes, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ernie and Tony, on a lot of children that maybe had some issues with boxing or actually some issues on the street, and they got into boxing, and now their grades are up, their attitude's better. Tell us a little bit about that.
I have a guy that came all the way from Queens. He was, the older gentleman with the ponytail.
Okay.
He's the head coach in my gym. He came from Queens because he used to coach him when he was 13 years old.
Oh,
and
wow.
we're talking about 50 years ago.
Wow.
So that tells you right there. When his father died, the first thing he wanted to do is come see Papo. He goes by the name of Papo.
Okay.
The first thing when his real father passed away, I got to go see Papo.
Okay.
And he came all the way from Queens to come see his old coach that used to be his father figure back in the day.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah, so boxing creates family forever. You forever, years could go by and you guys see each other and it's like it's a bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a tight knit community. I noticed that's another thing that you can be in boxing anywhere in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
Yeah, I go to New York all the
and
time.
Even Rhode Island.
In Rhode Island, I travel everywhere. I take these kids everywhere. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Kansas City, Vegas, California. Anywhere we could take them, we take them. And I had a kid that never been out of Hartford, never been anywhere out of Hartford.
All right.
I remember the first time we went into an airplane, he was like, oh, my God.
So these kids actually never, from the inner city here, they've never been on an airplane outside of this area, and this program has effectively taken them out and showed them. And you know what? That's very important. Ernie, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it opens up a lot also mentally to see that the world at a different light.
Absolutely.
So life's about exposure, right? And through the amateur boxing program and programs like Tony Blanco's, he gives these young individuals an opportunity to see things that they otherwise wouldn't see.
Right.
And once they become, their skill set improves, they start fighting internationally.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. That is a great exposure. Great exposure.
All right, so we got a nice hand going up. It looks like Quadrell is making his way up. But in the meantime, Tony, let me ask you a question. I like that jacket you're wearing.
Well, I recently became a promoter, a professional boxing promoter.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about that, so bring it.
Well, again, another opportunity came about, and I like challenges, so I became a promoter. I just promoted my first show, June 16th.
Move in a little bit because I want people to see that show. That's a nice that nice jacket. That jacket. So HB Promotions.
Right, Hartford Boxing Promotions.
Of course.
Yeah, it stands for. And I promoted my first show, June 16th. We feature local Richard Popeye Rivera, very popular. He's 9-0 with 8 knockouts.
Yes, I'm familiar with Popeye.
So he's awesome, light heavyweight, coming up soon. He's gonna definitely be in the top 10 soon. So look out for him.
All right, sure. Are we going to be able to see Popeye on our show?
I don't know if it's around. He should be around.
But he's a pro. He's a pro now.
Oh yeah.
So 9-0, 8 knockouts.
9-0. So and he started in the same program and he worked his way up, or he just kind of.
Well, he came to us about 3 years ago.
Okay.
From another gym, and we did about 20 fights, amateur fights, and then now. Transition into the professional level, and he's doing a great job. Had smart world champions. Recently was just at the Joe Smith camp. Unfortunately, his fight fell off, but he's done work. He's helped bunch of other world champions. He's been sparring a lot.
Now, I have to ask you about Victor Medina. Okay, he was here on the show earlier.
The peekaboo.
The peekaboo style, Victor Medina. He's a mini Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the best 123-pounders in the nation. And he's coached by Jose Colon, who was coached by the great late
Customado
back in the day.
That's right.
That's right. So, and you got to see that here on Pug Life Chronicles. And I keep talking about this because you're going to see Victor Medina, I think, is going to, by all intent and purposes, he's going to be a pro.
Oh, soon.
Yeah, I can see the makings of a pro in his style, the way he fights. Very strong athlete. And I think he has a pretty good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, he came to me, he was scheduled to fight today.
Right.
But his opponent came in 15 pounds heavier. We'll give you 5 pounds, but 15 pounds is a little too much. So we decided to, not take the fight. But soon after, he was like, Tony, I'm done with the amateurs. I want to turn pro. So soon you'll see him in the pro ranks working his way
You
up.
think he has one more amateur fight in him before he goes pro?
He doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to.
Done.
Really?
After this
Because this was supposed to be his last amateur bout.
He's done.
All right, and you saw him here on Pug Life Chronicles earlier today, and you heard it. I mean, you're going to see this type of talent coming from the amateurs and then going on to the pros. And let me tell you something. You're going to wind up seeing this guy and some of these guys from these shows become pros, and then you're going to see them on the HBOs and Showtimes. Well, maybe not the HBOs and Showtimes because I think they're moving
HBO
away.
Is done.
Yeah, they're done.
Showtime
HBO.
Is next.
Yeah, I think so. And
We're streaming.
We're streaming.
You
We're
see him on
streaming.
Zone. You see him on ESPN.
This is the new.
This
era.
is the future. That's
This
right.
Is the future.
This is the future of boxing.
I was asked the other day, but what do you mean no more fighting on HBO? How is that possible? Well, there's smart TVs now. That smart TVs, they got apps, and you can watch fights there.
Hey, maybe you'll see a Pug Life app in the future.
Hey,
you never know. You never know.
Good. Absolutely, you'll do great. Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this, and this is a great thing you guys are doing, and exposing these fighters to an audience that otherwise they wouldn't have it.
Well, Tony, I don't know if you're familiar. There's talks about boxing not being in the Olympics.
That's horrible.
And we got wind of it from the WBC, and we're a little bit concerned about that.
I read something online that they want to take boxing out of it. It's horrible.
So it would definitely be unfortunate, since boxing was one of the original 8 sports in the Olympic boxing, and has created a lot of opportunities for greats like Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, right? And that's just your heavyweights. Oscar De La Hoya, Andre Ward, right? Our last gold medalist. So we definitely want to promote the amateur boxing world, and it starts here on Pug Life Chronicles, and we want you to spread and share the link with your friends and your family so that we can promote amateur boxing.
Absolutely. We want to encourage everyone that's watching right now to share the link, comment, tag somebody, tell everybody, and because if they take boxing out of the Olympics, I don't know. They have a semi-professional league called World Series of Boxing. I'm sure they'll take over.
Well, that happened. That remains to be seen. But in the meantime, we as a amateur show, we're filling in a much needed program right now. I think in the boxing world, and no one's doing it but us. Pug Life Chronicles. We're the only ones streaming.
You guys doing a great
amateur,
job.
Amateur boxing.
Right. Thank you so much again. I keep doing what you're doing, and I wish nothing but success to you guys, man. And
thank you, Tony.
We
do appreciate
driving, 2 hours?
2 hours.
Man,
2 hours.
Thank you so much.
But you know what it is, Tony? We believe here at Pug Life Chronicles, we believe in what we do. And if you're watching now and you're tuning in and you usually see my partner is Dave Sieve. Dave Sieve is on assignment in sunny, warm Barbados. And I'm here in Connecticut. But, we're happy to be here. We're looking in the future for other bouts in different parts, and we're looking to take this show international and showcase really amateur boxing across the world. So we're excited about that. And Tony, thank you for welcoming us here in Connecticut, Hartford. This is our first Hartford show.
We had a pretty good crowd.
What would you say? You had about 3 to 5?
More.
Wow.
We pre-sold about 300 tickets.
300 tickets, and then some at the door, I'm assuming, and people. I saw some walk-ins.
About 600 people.
600 people at this show.
Yeah.
And this is an amateur show. This is something that's not, this is not typical.
No.
You've been to some of the shows in New York and where we met,
Right.
and you're not having 600 people showing up to a show. And this is in Hartford, Connecticut,
Right.
which is not as densely populated.
It's a small city.
But you have 600 people showing up to a show.
There's not a lot to do here in Hartford, by the way. You know?
So this is a great way to spend Saturday night here in Hartford,
That's
right?
right. That's
the
right.
Alfred E. Burr Elementary School, where we have a capacity crowd of 600 coming out to support our amateur boxing. You have to appreciate that.
All right, and look who's watching it from Orlando, Florida. We have Madeline Quesada.
That's
She's
my
from-
aunt, actually.
Oh, okay, she's watching
All right.
from Orlando.
Bendición.
Okay, kisses and hugs from Pug Life Chronicles and from Tony Blanco. What else do we have? Nellie Nell, she says this gives amateurs good confidence as we get to be guests on the show and talk live. Great work, guys. Thank you so much, Nellie Nell. Nellie Nell says that they're going to fight on this show.
Okay, I see you. Let's get it.
So we'll see.
Call me. I put you to fight.
There you go. So you can call Tony Blanco. By the way, incidentally, how do they reach you?
They could reach my phone. They could go on Facebook. We on all social media. You can message me there. My phone is online. You could easily find my cell phone. So
And what do they find you? What's the link or whatever?
Hartford Boxing Center, everything.
HartfordBoxingCenter.org.com, everything.
Hartford Boxing, everything.
All right, so then we got Keith Vegas says, what cuz? Is that your cousin?
That's right.
Oh, that's
my
your
cousin.
Your cousin, Keith Vegas. Okay.
I got a couple of family members. My
Tuning in.
sisters out here tuning in. My cousins. I appreciate the support and love, and spread the word. Pug Life Chronicles, I think, is an important program, and we're preparing for our main event coming up next.
Yes. Luisito, we call him Luisito, Luis Rivera. Very good fighter. You're gonna see. Actually, he fought on that card at the John's
Gym in the Bronx. That's
right.
right.
The 165-pounder.
Right.
Very slick, tall, lengthy, got great reach. He was one of the finalists in the ringside tournament, which, by the way, they don't do that tournament anymore. It was a great tournament.
Oh, you're talking about
the ringside world tournament.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the one in New York?
No, the one in Kansas City.
Oh, in Kansas City. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. I apologize for that.
He was a finalist. So, he's got great potential.
All right, Tony, let me take a quick commercial break because our sponsor is going to kill. All right, and we're back. And again, this show is brought to you by Foster Buddies Network. Foster Buddies made up of people of all walks of life wanting to make a difference in foster children's lives and underprivileged youth. Also brought to you by the Hartford Boxing Center, established in 2014. You're hearing Tony Blanco. He is the owner and operator of Hartford Boxing Center. We welcome Tony. Thank you so much. And also, Property Works from New England. Property Works New England LLC is a full-service real estate brokerage firm serving the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island. So we thank you for joining us here on Pug Life Chronicles. Again, we are here with Tony Blanco and my co-host this evening, Ernie Morales, New York State Boxing Commissioner, and also a former amateur boxer himself.
Is that right?
And professional fighter.
And a professional fighter.
Undefeated professional fighter.
There you go.
Let's get that right.
We don't bring nothing but the best here. So you don't see Dave Steve here, but we got a pro and we got a promoter. If you want to get promoted, this is the man to go to, Tony Blanco, out here in Connecticut, as we're getting set for now the final bout of the evening, as you heard Tony talking about Luis Rivera out of his gym. He's 20 years of age. This is the 165 open class, and he's going to be facing Marcison Barjon from Ortiz Boxing. Where's Ortiz Boxing from, Tony?
Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Bridgeport, okay.
Yep. They got a great program down there. They've been doing it for a very long time. You know, I love all these guys, man, and what they do in their respective cities, you know.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final bout this evening, 165-pound open division.
So this is going to be a last bout of the evening.
That's it. I think we had a great successful show. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to doing it again and bringing you guys again. Absolutely. I also do a battle of the badges.
Oh, okay.
Cops and against firemen.
Oh, wow. All right.
We had an incredible show once last year here, a few years back, I'm sorry. And I'm planning on doing it again the following year here. So.
That always brings an interesting crowd.
Oh, my God.
If you want us to stream that, Pug Life can definitely stream that as well.
Absolutely.
So here we go. We're preparing for round one. Luis Rivera, Hartford Boxing versus Marcison Barjon, Ortiz Boxing.
Big right by Marcison right away. Answered by Luis Rivera right away. Luis Rivera backed up into the corner, but fighting off the corner, pushing Marcison back.
Referee warning them, watch their heads. They're charging in.
Again, Luis Rivera teeing off with a big, and so does Marcison Barjon.
Doing a great job right now, establishing the jab. You know,
three-punch combination.
Right hand.
So Luis is smart. I see he's tying up Marjon, and he's still working the body as he ties up his arms. Shows he has a great foundation.
Oh yeah. He comes from a family of fighters. His father was a professional fighter from Puerto Rico.
Looks like Barjon also trying to establish that jab. Throws that jab and then gets caught. Trying to follow up with a right, but gets caught by Luis Rivera. Now Barjon trying to work the body, pushing Rivera back to the ropes. Now Barjon fighting off the ropes, backing up Luis. Was backpedaling a little bit. Marcus is trying to establish that jab, but now Rivera answering with a couple jabs of his own. Nice big right to the body by Rivera.
And what I like about Rivera is I see that he's remaining composed and he's studying Barjon as he comes in. So he's working his body as he come in right there like that.
Nice four-punch combination to the body by Rivera.
He's got a pro style. You know, he's very calm and collective in there.
Looking very focused is Rivera. Barjon trying to take that focus away with a nice right hand.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He needs to move his head a little bit more.
Right, you got to keep his hands up. He's looking. I want to see him use that jab a little more. There it goes, just like that. So, you know, I can definitely see that Luis Rivera is watching him and studying his opponent. And I expect better. Oh, nice one, too. Strange.
Oh, I think he got hurt with that right hand.
Nice thundering right by Rivera. Following up by a nice body shot.
Luis is coming double left hook. Triple left hook.
Now Barjon trying to capitalize on the body as well.
So Luis is putting his hip right into that left hook. I like it.
And the referee warning the crowd as they encroach upon the ring.
Well, I see Luis Rivera, you know, he definitely has his home base here.
Oh, yeah.
And
He's
they're
got
rooting
a lot
for
of
him.
friends.
Yeah, that's right. So here in the amateurs, we don't want to give any unwanted advantages. 10-second warning.
Barjon trying to reach, overextending, chasing Rivera around the ring. Rivera doing a good job getting away from those punches as the round comes to a close. And wow, what an exciting first round for these two.
Very exciting. I think, you know, it's so hard to judge an amateur fight than the pros. You know, you never know. You know, sometimes the shots are not landing, but they still count.
Correct.
I mean, it's just so different. It's like a different sport.
Yes.
Yeah, well, from the pros to the amateurs, definitely. The scoring system is different. Everything's different, but the fundamentals of boxing are there, which is really important. And as they step up into the pros, then they'll make the adjustments to the pro level.
Right. It's almost like they don't, the boxer doesn't get always the
credit he deserves.
Right.
Got it.
And in the pro level, the boxer, they appreciate a boxer that moves and, slick.
The ring generalship.
Right. And the amateurs, they want you to go in there and just
destroy.
That's it. Throw punches, whether you land or not.
So we have a question from Jessica Crespo. She wants to know who's the favorite tonight. And we're going with the hometown favorite, Luis Rivera.
Absolutely.
All right.
The last fight, main event.
Oh! Nice left hook by Rivera. But Bojan is game.
I think he needs to keep that up.
Luis has to create that distance and use his height.
Right.
And I think, you see Bojan charging in, trying to connect. Because Rivera's just trying to stay out of the reach of Bojan. Bojan looking for help from the referee for holding.
But I love Rivera.
But Rivera spins him around, now tagging to the body, and Bojan connects with a nice left straight ahead to Rivera. They get tangled up and broken up.
It's so hard being here because I want to do my coach too.
Luis doesn't waste any punches. He works on the inside. He's constantly working. There it goes.
And you see that on the close knit. They're exchanging body shots. Rivera getting the better of the exchange there. Now Bojan breaking it up with a two-punch combination.
This is an even match here, and they're working.
Big right by Rivera. Bojan charging, holding on to the ropes.
I've learned from the pros and the people that have been there longer than I have. If you're not throwing combinations and you're not throwing punches, the least you can do is throw a jab.
That's right. I believe you always start from a jab. It sets up all the punches.
We've been saying that for a long time.
Absolutely.
The jab. If you establish that jab, you can win a fight with a jab.
Yeah.
So Bojan has Luis in the corner.
And that's not a good place to be at in the amateurs. Absolutely not.
Correct. Bojan has the advantage now because he looks like he's the effective fighter.
Rivera's fighting on the inside. Bojan pushing him back against the ropes. Now flips him around. Puts Rivera on the ropes again. And the referee giving a warning to Bojan to keep his head up. And telling Rivera, don't use the elbow. They only use fists here. Again, Rivera with the two jabs. Hitting a little bit on the low side. Referee telling him to keep the arms up.
So he needs to get away from them ropes.
Right.
If he wants to win this fight.
Correct. So far, I believe he's losing this round just on the fact that he has his back up against the ropes.
And again, another warning for a forearm to Rivera.
So, Luis has to focus on the match, and he can't worry about the referee. Right? It looks like he's letting the referee get in his head. He seems to be a bit frustrated at this moment.
Pedaling back.
Now, he's losing this round.
Absolutely.
Pedaling back is Rivera, and I agree.
I agree.
All right, yes.
10-second warning. And, Luis has fought most of this round on his back, with his back against the ropes.
Right.
Bojan finishes the round with a two-punch combination.
I would definitely give this round to the blue corner.
I have it 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Yes.
It's a very, tough third round. He's got to come in and establish the jab and leave it all in the ring, pretty much.
All right, so we want to give a couple shout-outs right now to Jamie Antonio is watching, and Harry Pakiakis is also watching. I know Harry and Jamie. Thank you so much for joining us here on Pug Life Chronicles. This is the last bout of the evening. We're here in Hartford, Connecticut, and joining us tonight is, again, Ernie Morales, and we got Tony Blanco from Hartford Boxing Club. He's a promoter.
Yes, sir.
And he's also sponsoring this bout this evening, this whole fight this evening to a capacity crowd, 600 people plus.
Yeah, we did very well. We pre-sold 300 tickets. I think about 300 more walked in plus. So
at the door, yeah. And this is an amateur fight. That's amateur boxing this evening.
Yeah, we average, every time we do a show, we average about 400 to 600 people.
That's impressive.
So for an amateur show, absolutely.
All right, third and final round.
And here comes Lewis. Nice left hook. Triple combination. Triple left hook.
Nice.
5 left hooks. He's showing determination in this last round.
Well, he has
to. And Bojan lost his mouthpiece. Oh, that was nice. He laid down, sucked it up.
I've never seen that.
Neither have I.
That's the first time I see something like that. He picks up the mouthpiece.
I'm sure his mom is not very happy that he did that.
Hey, all right. Hey, I've been in boxing a long time, and I saw something new.
That's great. Barjon is game.
That's right. Let's get to it.
He just wants to box.
You know, he doesn't have that. You know, he just come forward. He not a lot of style to it, but he stays busy.
Nice movement though by Barjon there. Gets caught with a big right with his hands up.
And the difference here is Lewis is punching and staying in the center of the ring.
Right. That's the difference in this round.
That's right. Barjon tried to push him up in the back of the ropes, but he was smart enough to work his way back to the center of the ring.
I think that's where he's most effective.
Yes.
Barjon changing to conventional and going back to orthodox. I'm not sure. Switching up a little bit during the course of the fight.
So Lewis is using his height and reach in this round and keeping the fight in the center of the ring.
That's where he's best.
There he is with a jab, a 4-punch jab unanswered.
Tremendous left hook by Lewis.
And gets countered with a right by Barjon.
They're going at it. Who wants it more? Rivera is showing he wants it more. He's working the body. Barjon coming back. Has Luis Rivera up against the ropes.
Oh, yeah. We got to fight, gentlemen.
That's
they
right.
Both want it.
Lewis, double left hook, lands on Barjon.
Answers with 2 left hooks by Barjon.
They're going back and forth here. This is the way to end the night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lewis is going. He's going. He wants it. It's a shootout. Right to the end. They're trading, ladies and gentlemen. They're trading.
Good amateur bout.
Wow.
Back and forth action. Excellent.
Barjon turns his back momentarily.
And Lewis jumps all over him. Here we go. Who wants it more? We're winding down to the end. They're
Last
working back and
few
forth.
seconds of this bout. We're going to hear that 10-second warning in just a second.
And Lewis is digging down, but Barjon's coming right back.
Barjon with that double left hook.
He needs to get out of that corner.
Oh!
Big right by Markinson.
He just got caught with
Markinson,
right hand.
Barjon. Rivera still in the corner. It's got to get out of that corner. He comes charging in.
Not good.
But gets set back into the corner by Markinson Barjon.
He keeps working on the inside. They're going back and forth. Barjon's up against the ropes. But Lewis is just laying on him. He's not punching at the moment.
Wow.
What a fight.
Excellent job by Luis Rivera from Hartford Boxing and Markinson Barjon from Ortiz Boxing. What a great way to end the evening here. This is going to be a tough one. It can go either way. This is going to be a tough bout to figure out who won. Let us know on Facebook who you saw winning that bout. I could go either way. What a tough competitor these two are.
I thought the blue, the red won the first round, blue won the second. You know, Lewis, to me, started the third round very hard, very strong. Then he picked it up, blue corner picked it up. I don't know. I don't know.
It's a toss-up fight. I agree.
I don't know.
And we're going to see how we end the evening.
Nelly Nell says it's a draw, but you know what? There are no draws in amateur boxing.
They are calling me to the ring.
Yes, end the night, end your show. Yes. It's been great having you on the show. Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. Tony Blanco with the Hartford Boxing Club out here in Hartford, Connecticut. You saw some great boxing this evening. And some really good amateur Amateur bar. I mean, Ernie, was this worth the ride or what? This was worth the 2-hour trip, right?
It was absolutely worth the 2-hour trip. We saw some great talent here.
All right, let's go up to the ring with Mark Fratto with the official announcement of these two competitors and warriors.
And there we go. Marcusson Barjon pulls the upset.
Marcusson Barjon takes the win.
Connecticut State Championship. What a way it ended out. He edged them out.
Wow. And you know what? That could have went either way. Not disappointed. And you shouldn't be out there either. It was a great fight. And some of you saying the same thing. Herman Campos says it could go either way. He gave it to the red corner, which happens to be Luis Rivera, but unfortunately it didn't turn out the way for Luis. Marcusson Barjon took that one. So we're here at Pug Life Chronicles. We thank you for joining us this evening. I mean, usually my partner is Dave Sieve. He's out on assignment in Barbados, and we're going to probably be transmitting from there very soon, early into or mid 2019. But standing again, you know, I want to thank Ernie Morales for sitting with. You know, he's a official from New York City, New York State, actually.
Well, thank you for having me. You know, I appreciate the opportunity, particularly on tonight. You know, this evening we had a great amateur show. We're promoting Pug Life Chronicles. Spread your friends, family, get the message out because we want to keep amateur boxing alive.
That's right. And we're happy that you joined us this evening. Man, what a great show. Dave missed this one, but you didn't. You were watching it here on Pug Life Chronicles Live. And again, thank you so much for joining us. Until the next time. I mean, right now, I think the next one's coming soon. And we're going to be in L.A. next week. We're going to be doing the New York City Police Department against L.A. Police Department. And that's going to be on another channel. That's going to be on the Smoker Talk channel if you want to watch that. We're going to be transmitting out of L.A. So for Ernie Morales, Dave Sieve, I'm George Zayas, and this is